Hi, Iggy. Hello. Hello. Oh my gosh. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hello. Thank you for the read. Oh my gosh. Iggy, thank you so much. Iggy, read. Welcome everyone. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Sorry, I had everything planned out. Thank you so much, Iggy. Welcome everyone. Very cool. Thank you everyone for coming. Got the outline stuff done. Welcome everyone. Very cool. I'm a little bit nervous. Eggy, do you want? Hi, how you doing? Do you want to give me a tarot? Do you want me to give you a tarot card reading? I had a lot of things planned, but since you're rated, thank you very much for rating. I can give you a reading with cards, tarot cards, if you want me to. Hello, Hadian. Hello, Badea. Badea, are you here? Thank you. Magician, hello. And hello, Dower9. Hello, Kogasa. Hello. So basically, now that I'm calming down a little bit, I can give you a tarot card reading. We'll go to the cards. Hold on. Boing. Hi, everyone. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, no. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, it's chaos. Thank you so much for reading. So, Iggy, welcome. I'm gonna give you a reading. So, if you want me to, basically, you get to ask the cards a question. So, you can ask them something about the future. If you want, I can give you a reading about your health as well. So, if you have like for your physical, mental, and spiritual health, I can give you a reading for that one. Or I can give you a reading about something you have a question about. Yeah, you can clear the clocking and redeems. It's basically just people saying hello and saying hello back for everyone. Hello, Reader Bread. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I haven't said hi. Hi, all the Raiders. I'm Natalia Parian Viatri de Belladon, your Mrs. Symmetry Venus, your Prima Donna Platformers, your Diva Dark Souls. Welcome, everyone. Sorry, there we go. So basically, you get to ask a question for the cards. Either you can ask about your health, or you can ask a specific question and I will do a reading for you. It will be like the past, the present, and future. Thank you. So very sorry for freaking out in the beginning. Thank you for the follow. Oh my gosh, thank you. Hold on. Nice, Iggy. First of all, Iggy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Vampire Family and Lazy Lily as well. Lily, sorry. Thank you so much for the follows. I'm Latanya Padian Viatri de Belladon, your Mr. Symmetry Venus, your Prima Donna Platformers, your Diva Dark Souls. Trying to sit down while streaming today, so that's why I'm a little bit all over the place, because I usually stand up when I'm streaming, but today I've been very tired because there was a lot of standing on trains. Johannes, hello. Thank you. Thank you. Because one blood sacrifice and another 4 more. You all know for why. Thank you so much, Johannes, for the sacrifice as well. Thank you, Reader Bread. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you, Reader Bread. There's 3 of them. Sorry, if it's very chaotic, I'm very sorry. But basically, what you have to do is either I give you a reading on your health, or you ask the cards a question. Hey, Sebastian Trats. Hello? Or rats, maybe. You can leave the blood sacrifices here, because we need another one. You all know what's gonna happen. So, let's see here. Also, Eggy, did you have a good stream? I'm gonna give you a call out. I think you got a call out. Hold on. Boing. Whoa. Had an idle meeting. Oh, I know how that is. McClunky! I know how that is. You were doing a just chatting. It's really nice. I like to do the just chatting streams as well myself. So basically, what you were doing with your doodles, I love drawing. Did you draw anything fun? Also, so basically you get to pick a card. Either you ask about your health for the card's health, or you can ask the cards a specific question. And if you have to ask the cards a question, they will basically give you the past, the present, the future. Gonna add a gremlin. So a lot of stuff going on right away. I was gonna be like smoothly going into the stream, and I'm gonna be very relaxed and be like, hello everyone, I'm here. And then you rated and I just lost everything. So we get in a gremlin. Sorry, it's been a very, very long day. I had like there was a seminar about a lot of things that are very close to me, and the people holding the seminars would be very disrespectful. So I had a very long and annoying day today. It doesn't help that I'm a vampire, so I had to get up during the morning. So it was very stressful, very stressful. So number between 1 and 3, and either health or a question for the cards, and I will give you a reading. And then okay, thank you very much. It's okay. It was like a seminar about neurological developmental disorders, and there was like a lot of laughing and making jokes about it. It was very kind of annoying. 100% from the start. Okay, so I'm actually gonna give you a reading on your health, since maybe you're being distracted by things. So we're going to start with your physical health. That's the first card, so I'm gonna shuffle them 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. And the first card is your physical health, and that is the Page of Wands. And the wands are usually kind of troublesome cards. Wands are for the element of fire, so they usually symbolize like primal energy and spirituality, but they're also strength and intuition. But they're also kind of a lot about conflicts, in a sense, I guess, passion and energy. So the Page of Cards is usually pretty good. Normally this card stands for inspiration and ideas and discoveries and limitless potentials, but when this card is reversed, it instead stands for redirecting your energies or limiting your beliefs by yourselves, or maybe following a spiritual path. So the Page of Wands, when it's reversed, is actually about like turning that energy inwards instead of outwards, like not looking for inspiration outside, but looking for it inside of yourself. So I think health-wise, you're probably in a state where you're very like focused on making yourself feel better. It's possible also that you are limited in a sense on how you believe in yourself. Maybe you think you're not quite able to do what you want to do physically with your health. It could also be that you're taking more of a distance from your physical life and focusing more on your spiritual side of your life. It's also possible. Either way, you're not very... It could also be newly formed ideas, like maybe you're deciding to try something new with your health. Maybe you're gonna start dancing or doing some kind of yoga or something for your health. Maybe you're looking for something new. In terms of your mental health, your mind, you get the reverse strength. So strength is a card that usually stands for, of course, courage as well. She's putting her hand in the mouth of a lion. It's about persuading others. It's about having influence and compassion. It's basically a card about being a leader and inspiration to others. And when this card is reversed, it stands for having inner strength. But it can also be about being low energy or doubting yourself, or possibly being raw, having a lot of raw emotions, like not being able to protect yourself from what's going on in life. So in terms of your mental health, it's possible that you're having some doubts at the moment. Maybe you've been low energy for a while, maybe you've been very stretched thin, and maybe you haven't been able to kind of build up that protection for yourself in terms of your mental health that you might need to. It can also be that you're finding out that you have a lot more strength than you thought you would have, but it's about your inner strength, not your outer strength. So maybe you're more resilient than people think you are in terms of mentality. Putting your hand in the lion's mouth sounds more foolish and brave. Well, it's about knowing what you can do. It's about understanding the limits of your own abilities, more like it. In terms of your spiritual health could also be your your social health or your emotional health as well. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is a pretty good card, I think. It has a lot of different meanings. But the Wheel of Fortune is also part of the Major Arcana. So Strength and Wheel of Fortune are both part of the Major Arcana, which is, if you watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you would know this. And the Page of Wands is part of the Minor Arcana, the Lesser Arcana, which is the Four Suits. So the Wheel of Fortune stands for actually good luck and karma and a turning point in your life, like basically positive changes, possibly having a turn for the better. It can also be about life cycles in the sense that maybe a friendship is coming to an end and a new one is starting, or maybe you're having the end of a long series of misfortunes, or basically this is a very good card. It's a positive card. If it was reversed, it would be bad luck and resistance to changes, but this is some kind of positive change in your life. Maybe you're finding yourself in a position where you will be more available for your friends, or maybe you will win a lottery, or maybe, well, social energy definitely more like your friendship is going to be better. You will find new friends to hang out with. Maybe you will have a change in your life for the better. So this is a really good card for to come out. And I think maybe overall I would say this is saying that you have a lot on your plate right now. Your mind is very preoccupied. Hello, Royal Speedbag, and welcome. Priscilla, thank you. So you have a lot on your plate right now, Iggy, but it's going well. Socially, it's going pretty well. Your emotions are going to be healing. You're going to be having a turn for the better. And your physical strength might be a little bit more reserved. Maybe you haven't been able to focus on your workouts, your exercises too much. Maybe you've been very busy with your computer, or maybe you've been too busy streaming, so your health might have taken a little bit of a toll in that regard. I'm not entirely sure. Page of Wands is a little bit tricksy. Yeah, starting to calm down a little bit. Sorry for the messy freak out, but I wasn't ready for a raid so early. Thank you so much for raiding. I hope you had a good time, and you're more than welcome to stick around if you want to. So thank you so much for dropping by. I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna go back to the here. Did we already get 5 blood sacrifices, and did a moderator remove one of them, or is it just 4? I'm never ready for anything, this is true. I'm very unprepared for literally everything. There's only 4. Okay, good. So basically, today we're going to be playing something called Cultist Simulator. Have I ever run a cult before? You know, I talked with my lawyer before the stream, and he said I should not be telling anyone about my cults. So no, I have never had a cult before. Daddy, don't bonk me! No! Also, I'm using the 3D model now. Very happy about how this came out. The color thighs, yeah, absolutely. How can you possibly know about this? He's kept count. So you're Japanese, I can understand you talk. Oh, thank you, lazy little Lily. Thank you so much. Sosta, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Vampire family. I'm Tanya Parian, your Frida Belladon, your Mr. Simachevini, your Prima Donna Platformers, your Diva Dark Souls. Thank you so much for the follow. He's not a mod, no. Your Japanese is really cool. Actually, no. I'm trying to learn Japanese, but I'm never good at it. But私のストリームにようこそ。一緒に楽しましょう。Yes, Cultist Simulator is a really fun game, but it's kind of very hard to learn because there's like no tutorials for it. You just go in there and you have to figure it out on your own. I played this game before, like 3 years ago. It was very hard to pick up. I had to do a lot of trial and error. I removed the gremlin. Already myself, but I did remove the gremlin, so hold on. Boing! Boing! There's a gremlin. And roguelikes are pretty good. I like them a lot. It's kind of an interesting take on a roguelike though, because it's a card game. It's basically a card-based game. And you're supposed to build your own cult. I'm not going to spoil the story, because once you figure out how this game works, it's kind of It's kind of very easy to exploit it. It's a lot of little loopholes you can do. It's very cool. I haven't actually seen a single playthrough of Cult of the Sheep. I haven't watched it. Cult of the Lamb. But I heard it's a really fun game. I'm gonna turn up the microphone. There we go. Is this better? Is this better? Hi, Clough. How you doing? Hello. It's a very simple explanation. Cultist Simulator is for chads. Cult of the Lamb is for normies. Very true. Cult of the Lamb is for normies. I don't know anything about that game, but it's very normie. Cringe, Tanya. The hell, cringe. So basically, I got a new little redeem. So if you wanna see how you can check in, everyone gets a clock in. It's a 10-point redeem that I implemented just before the stream. Wow, Jody, are you calling me a normie? Are you calling me a normie? Thank you, Clough. It looks really nice. Thank you. Wow. Although, let me show you here. Wow. I guess we're gonna lower the movement a little bit. There we go. A Cultist Simulator expects you to learn over several playthroughs. See, it's kind of hard. Nice, thank you. So I agree with you. It's a really good game, though. Very fun. Yeah, we're here forever. You cannot clock out. There is no clocking out of this job. Tomorrow we'll be playing Darkest Dungeon as well. I kind of feel like I want to start over because I know a lot more about that game now than I used to know. So once I know enough about Darkest Dungeon, I kind of want to start over because we haven't really done a very good run on that one. But on the other hand, some of the characters are named after you, so I don't want to ruin that. I do believe in Jester supremacy, though. The Jester is so good in Darkest Dungeon. It's one of my favorite characters at this point, so Jahan is a very good choice to become a Jester. God, by the way, I was reminded today when we were on a bus, because I was going on a bus for 30 minutes, and the air conditioning was on, but it was turned to hot, so I think it was 35, 40 degrees in the bus. I don't know exactly how warm it was, but I was sweating so much, and no windows were open, and the bus driver had his AC on. I was like, this is the worst. And I remember where I was growing up, this was of course in the 1700s, but my family was very rich, so we had access to a bus, and I would go up and I would go to school at 6:27. My bus left at 6:27 in the morning. I would not get to school until 8:30. It was horrible. Yeah, this is a black job. I'm running a black corporation. A bus in the 1700s. Well, you would call it. This is basically me taking liberties with the translation. You would call it a hearse. Of course, it would be a hearse in that time. I would leave at 6:27 in the morning, get to school at 8:30, and this was before there were cell phones. Obviously, there were no cell phones in the 1700s, so I didn't entertain myself with books. So I was reading a lot of The Suffering of Young Werther or Faust, and I also read the Divina Commedia a lot of times. But let me tell you, the metro in London, the London metro is the worst. It is horrible when it's warm outside. I was there a couple of years ago. I went to Rochester, I think. It's called Rochester, the cathedral place. It was really cool, but it was incredibly hot. I think it was 36 degrees Celsius in the sun. You do know that this is a black job. That means that the employer pays the employee. No. Well, I'm not the employer. I am the majority shareholder of this company. So you're going to have to talk to the head of the company, the vice president, and that is not me. Suburban life is the only life you like. Well, in Tower Warlord, I kind of agree with you. Living in the suburbs is really nice. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I live, obviously, but I live in a very comfortable little borough. And, God, there's a lot of people talking. Let me try to keep up. Oh my god, so cute. See, Kogasa Gasa Gasa. Kogasa Gasa Gasa. It's a very cool name. I'm not going to tell you the vice president, whoever hired you is. It wasn't me, that's for sure. got 30 feet, 1 meter of air between you and your neighbor. That is very cool. Then you can scream as loud as you want to. Sorry, I bit my tongue. Kamimashita. Kamimamita. Kamimamita. Mama, 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 mama. Mama, 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 mama. Mama, mama, mama. Mama, mama, mama. Hold on, I'm gonna have to check something. Your name vibe checks people. By the way, I was playing Fortnite yesterday for the first time. And for 5 minutes I was a god because I got a victory royale and I was so happy about it. And the 3 people were like, "Did you know you're actually playing against bots?" It's like, that is the worst thing you could have ever possibly told me. That's horrible. I'm gonna say though, I think Fortnite is a pretty good game. It's a very fun game. Hold on, I think I'm having some issues with that. Oh, this seems to be doing better. There we go. Thank you for the congratulations. Now I hit the gritty in celebration. I wish I could hit the gritty. But I think I'm going to show you guys something. Give me a second. Something really, really cool. Also, this is a little bit of an ad for my Discord server. If you want to see really, really cool things, you have to go to the Discord server. Let's see here, go to the PC. This is so cool. You know what I'm gonna do? This is so cool. One more. That is so cool. I love this. No, I'm so sorry. Did you make a new version of this one? I will move it. I know how it frustrates you. I think this one is better though. Hold on, I'm gonna VIP Numbrow. If there's ever a person who should be VIP on this one, this should be Numbrow. That's my modeler. Amazing model, amazing work ethics, very cool person. I think you're kind of backed up on commissions. But number allow, absolutely number allow. Hold on. I think we have 5 blood sacrifices, so boink. There we go. The blood sacrifices have been done. We have upgraded. Only body youngins, so exactly. I wish I could do these kind of dances in real life, but I'm so incredibly old. I'm doing really well, Mrs. Gear. Thank you so much. Doing very well. Thank you. I've been having a lot of stuff to do at the end of the summer. Came back to the office and literally everything was in a mess. Because apparently things don't work when I'm not there. I think I'm having some, I don't know if it's the camera. Hold on. There we go. Summer was that even mean? It's like 35 degrees. It's still summer. I mean, summer's not almost over. It's never been hotter in Sweden than it is in August. It's very, very warm outside. It's very hot and very sticky. My fingers are sticking together. It's horrible. I hate this because I hate this kind of weather when you get like sticky fingers, because when you touch stuff, they get like this residue on them. And my mouth is like, I cannot touch things that have the sticky stuff on them. So I get very, very frustrated. I'm just like scraping my mouth all the time. It's very, I need to get wet wipes. Sticky fingers. Yeah, the summer 2018 was horrible. It was like 36 degrees for 3 weeks or something. 31. Well, I mean, my brain stops working after 30 degrees. I just get like brain dumb. I just go like, my brain just stops working. I become a bimbo. Over 30 degrees is just horrible. Imagine the smell. No, do not imagine the smell. Do not imagine the smell. Very gross. Very gross. Very naughty. I don't even know what's going on right now. I'm just kind of turning Californian. I think I'm just turning Californian. I'm just kind of turning Californian. Like, oh my god. I don't believe this. Oh my god. So I played Fortnite. Yeah, my brain just kind of went away. I didn't know what was going on there. I was just like playing Fortnite. Like, oh my god. Am I starting a cult? I'm absolutely starting a cult. We're playing Cultist Simulator. I'm gonna be naming like a lot of your characters at me. I can't do this. I'm like Kim Kardashian. Oh my god. I'm not smelly. Wow. Just because I play Fortnite. Are you implying that half the world's children are smelly? Are you implying half the world's children are smelly, Jojo? Actually, you're probably right, to be honest. We're definitely playing the Cultist Simulator in a little bit, but I just want to hang out with you guys for a little bit more. Half the world's children absolutely are smelly, more than that. Kids are smelly, Kids smell horrible. They smell like, I don't even know where to start. Like, kids can smell pretty good. I'm just gonna say, like, yeah, newborn children have a very specific smell. Kind of a nice smell. It's kind of like a smell of responsibility. So, you know, if you're smart, you will run away from that smell. How do I know how children smell? Well, look at me. I'm a vampire. Basically break into people's homes and eat children in Minecraft, obviously. That smell is a trap. That is a smell of responsibility. You do not want to smell children. We just pick them up and sniff them and be like, ugh, gross. You want to get away from the children as soon as possible. They will entrap you. They will make you take responsibility. They will be like, I need to change my diapers. And I'm like a baby. I can't even reach. I'm like, oh, god damn it. Why are we talking about diapers again? I hate diapers. The smell of jail. Don't call the police on me. I'm a vampire. They can't do anything. I can just turn into mist and go through the windows. Nothing can contain me from smelling children. Nothing can keep me from sniffing a child. Do we play by Monster Inc. rules? Children are basically generators of power. The child blood is when you taste my youthful glow. I just basically, you put like a little, what are they called? A stopper in them. And then you just squeeze them. And all the little innards inside, they just kind of turn into mush. And then you can pour them out into a big old tub and you can take a bath in them. And that's how you keep your youthful look. Someone sent a link apparently. My book get Dower Knighted. Wow. Were you spamming symbols, Dower Knight? That is not okay. You're banished forever. I don't know, I'm just trying to talk a little bit more. I was told recently that I had to talk more about my interests. And quite frankly, I don't have a lot of interests. Alright, so this is something I'm going to be talking about because I have this huge complex that I'm not really good at anything in particular. Even though I really like Japanese culture and katanas, I don't know enough about them. It's very embarrassing. Like, every time I want to talk about something, there's always someone who knows more about them than I do, and I feel very, like inadequate about it. But let's not talk about diapers anymore, please. I don't want to talk about diapers on my stream. I've had enough about diapers. Diapers are not cool. Don't call the police on me, please. I can't go to jail again. I can't take another round in the what do they call them? You know, Oz. Did you guys ever see Oz, the show? Oz was really good. I think it was HBO that made Oz. Hold on. Actually had the guy Michael from Lost before he was Michael in Lost. Let's see here. It was an American TV series on HBO. Very, very cool series. Yeah, that is the second phase of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Once you know how much you don't know, you enter despair. The first effect is like, I don't know enough. Like when you know enough that you know you don't know enough, that's when you actually know something. And knowing that you don't know makes you feel this huge despair because you're like always terrified that you're going to be talking about something. Like, I'm an expert in this, I know how to do it. And someone's going to come along and be like, no, that's wrong. This is why you're wrong. I just bit my tongue again for some reason. If you haven't seen Lost, that means you're a Zoomer. Lost is like everyone was watching Lost at some point. By the way, how are things going with finding a new place where that makes swords? Actually, we should probably be looking into that one. Because, hold on, we should actually, you know what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do tomorrow before we start playing Darkest Dungeon is that we're going to go to, I think it's called, let's see, your custom item. Because what happened was that they sold, I think, Tozando. It's full custom item, that's the one. So the base price for katana here is like $680. We want a lightweight blade. Probably shortest because I'm a very short person. Then they have like Subans. Except I have to... Yes, so tomorrow we're going to design a new katana. But I'm going to have to pay extra for it, so I might order it in September. But we're definitely ordering it. But I do have another one here that I'm holding right now. It's a very, very cool katana. It's very cheap. It was made in China. Very, I can say very a lot. It's kind of shoddily made. But it's definitely something that you can cut people with if you really want to. If you really try very hard, you can cut people with it. I'm armed and I'm also lagged, by the way. I have a very small room, I'm sorry. It's a Hattori Hanzo blade from Kill Bill. Hattori Hanzo. It's probably incredibly loud. I'm very sorry for that one. I'm gonna do the cool anime thing vampires do when they make a sword of the blood or whatever. That'd be sick. Actually, I just pulled it out of my mouth. So basically, vampires have the ability to generate matter out of energy. They're very cool like that. So I'm just taking a little bit of my energy and turning it into a sword. It's actually pretty simple. Did I ever think about taking kendo lessons? I took Iaido lessons a long time ago. Iaido. But the problem with the Iaido is you have to do a lot of sitting and seisum. My knees are very bad because I'm half Finnish. So my Finnish genes, everyone in that side of the family have really bad knees. The blood katana build is shaking my head. The blood katana has been incredibly nerfed apparently in Elden Ring. Not that I'm very upset about that one because it wasn't a very good. Like, it was way too easy. I think we're having another gremlin. Did I have another gremlin? I think it did. Gremlin! Boink! Boink! Here we go. Yeah, Rivers of Blood is just a scrub crutch. Exactly. Rivers of Blood and the what's it called? The silver, no, the tear, the clone. You make a clone of yourself and you have the mimic hair. You have the mimic hair, you clone yourself, and then you don't have to do anything in that game. It's very, very easy. It's a very easy game. The other scrub katana, no, oh. The Moonveil, yeah, it's incredibly overpowered. They even nerfed it and it's still very, very powerful. I was saying something about, I was going to talk about something, right, so I was talking about how I don't really know a lot about anything. I beat Millennia level 1 with no summons on stream, right? Unfortunately, I forgot to save the VOD for that one, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it that I beat her. I'm very sorry. Very sorry that I don't have it saved anywhere. There we go. So basically that's been like my life in a nutshell. I've always been like, I know enough about these things to think it's cool, but whenever I start talking about it, like, I used to go to a lot of anime conventions, and every single time I talk about something, someone else would jump in and start talking about it more and better. I'd be like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed, I can't do this. So I just shut up about it. What Gundam have you watched aside of the 0079 movies? I have watched my favorite series. My favorite Gundam is the 08MS. I really like that one. I think that's how you pronounce it, 08MS. 08th Mobile Suit, or 8th Mobile Suit. It's an OVA, it's very old. It's set in the same universe as 0079. It's about this kind of squad of Gundams in the, I think, Southeast Asian jungles, fighting against the Principality of Zion, and it's very cool. I also have watched 00, or is it called 00? I don't care for the newer Gundams at all. They're very, they kind of lost the whole like war aspect of it. It's more like, I don't know, it's more like mecha rather than war. I kind of like the war aspect of the original Gundams. But yeah, basically it's very hard when you're like a jack of all trades, because they say jack of all trades, master of none. It's very, very true. I always felt like I'm like sticking bananas for other people. Also, this is so cool. I'm just gonna keep having her there for the rest of the stream. It's because they keep recruiting newer designers, right? And they all want to make like their own version of Gundam. I think there's a problem when you have a really popular brand that you kind of had to start making different versions of it. And I think that happened to a lot of different shows. All I've seen is one part where a cop gives Domon cashew pizza. I don't think I know that one. I actually really like Code Geass, to be honest. Code Geass is very over the top. Actually, I was very recently informed that there are people out there streaming themselves watching anime and like reacting to new anime, and that is very like. If I knew that was a thing, I would have rebranded right away, because I love watching anime, and just filming myself showing anime on my stream and reacting to it would be very cool. The Ground Gundam is a great design though. It's very, very good. I like them a lot. How do I feel about the EVA mecha designs? They're very cool. I like Neon Genesis Evangelion, but I like the original series more than the remakes. I think the remakes are taking themselves a little too seriously. But I think I really like the EVA designs. Evangelion. I'm sorry. I don't know what to pronounce it. It's called Evangelion in Swedish. Hi Diggleman, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Welcome to your job for the rest of your life. Remember, you're stuck here forever. Evangelion. Actually, I think that was one of the first series animes I watched, because I worked at a store when I was 14 or 15, and they had they were selling anime merchandise, and they had like a reject shelf that we can borrow things from when you went home from work, and they had, I think, the first 2 VHS copies of Evangelion. Yeah, the people who don't understand the last episode of the show and then of Evangelion, like, big robots, cool. The show is perfect the way it ended. It didn't even need End of Evangelion, to be honest. It just ended perfectly. It was always about Shinji and his coming to terms with himself. But people are just like, I want to make big robots. And that's just how it went. Really annoying. Adding another gremlin. There you go. Are you happy now? Deaglin, are you happy? I don't think I'm gonna stand up because sitting down is really weird. I usually don't stream when sitting down. I actually don't think I've seen Black Lagoon. Is it any good? Is it any good? Bouncy chick. Thank you. Has a lot of cool, cute girls. Very cool. I definitely want to check it out at this point. It sounds very good. It sounds very, very good. So very nice weather we're having. Very warm. How about them clouds? What about in the game? Did you enjoy the game? Did you watch the game? Did you have fun watching the game? That's the most important thing, the game. The game is all we're talking about. The game is the game, and the game is really good. Or maybe the game was really bad if your team was really bad at sports. Sports is very important. Isn't it like a sports meme? Okay, there's like 430 best funny sports meme ideas. I'm gonna check out sports memes. When I look at this room, I see nothing but untapped potential. What do Chick-fil-A employees and Antonio Brown have in common? They both don't work on Sundays. Okay, I don't get it. The Mets. It's all about the Mets. The Mets. That's the meme. Norm Macdonald used to have a hat with sports written on it. I'm getting one. That would be very, very cool. I would love to have a hat with sports on it, just to show people that I really appreciate sports. I really, really like sports, especially the one with the ball. Yeah, sports with ball sports, very good sports. The Mets. Did I mention the Mets? The Mets are really cool. I kind of feel like I'm stalling, so I'm gonna just go over to boink. Mwah. 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 Boing boing. Na 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 na. Do 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 do. Dum. Am I too big for this one, or is it good? I really like sports, especially when the guy goes to the thing, scores the goal, and everyone goes woo. That's the one. That's the sports. That's the sports we all know and love. Boing. Boing. Dum. Alright, here we go. So this is Cultist Simulator, the Aspirant. So this is I think this is the OG game. There's a lot of expansions for it, but this is the original version, I think. So we're playing this one. Begin game. The Aspirant. Alone in this city, chilly city. Oh, let's pause the game. Alone in this chilly city with my useless education and my dreams. What now? Could I become something more? I think the text is really small. Hold on. Yeah, I remember this one. The text is really, really small. Last time I played this one, I actually had to go to the optician because I thought my eyesight was getting worse. I thought my eyesight was getting worse because I couldn't read the text of this game. So menial employment, precarious position as a hospital porter. Miserable, but it's all you can find now. It's good. We're gonna work at a hospital. Oh God, it's really small. Another shift mopping the darkened hallways, delivering post-holiday invalids, trundling corpse-laden gurneys to the basement. So basically we're doing manual labor at a hospital at the moment. So this is just gonna happen. This is the table we're playing on here, and we have a lot of cards. It is very, very small. I feel like maybe this was a mistake playing this way. So halfway through your shift, the head porter beckons you aside. We won't require your services any longer, he says. Here, your last payment. We've paid you through the end of the month. I have lost my job. At least now I have a little time to rest and my health improves. So I get 2 cars, I get some health, and I got funds. Earn a living or practice invisible arts. So what we're going to do is we're going to work, I think we're going to work with health, because that way is a good way to make money. Backbreaking work for meager pay. This is the best I can do. Yes. So we're going to make a lot of money, we're going to get a lot of strength. I have no idea what this is. I think this is unskilled labor. This is working. So there's a bunch of different things we can do in this game tasks. Some of them we have money. You have to support me for a little while in adequate comfort. I think every tick or something we get, we lose like 1 money. Very slow game in the beginning, but I think it gets a lot faster very quickly. I feel like I'm kind of stuck in my California accent. We need to not die before we can become long. Yes, we have to become long. So here's an idea, change in the air. I need funds to live, but perhaps it's reason upset in my circumstances. This is a secret blessing. Is there something in my dreams? There is a change in the air. I can recall my dreams. It began when I spoke to the old man in the hospital. He knew my name, but he's dead now. The pneumonia. Why do I dream of him still? What is the cobalt highlights in my dream? So now I have some contentment. I'm happy, I think. Contentment defends against dread, but contentment doesn't last. And then we have passion. Dull minds are never either intuitive or mathematical, by Blaise Pascal. With enough glimmering, you can study to gain more passion. And none of this is going to make any kind of sense in this game. Yes, Kyoto! This is exactly what I'm doing! I look just like an Arxis character. I love it so much. It's a very, very cool model. Actually, hold on, I'm gonna... Yay! Yes, I'm winning, Luffy. Thank you. Hi, Garu. I think the music is really good in this game as well. So we pause right now. We're still working. And I think we can dream. So this is basically dreaming. I think this is paying money. So this is where money goes to. Funds. And this is dreaming. Change in the air. Now this is, I think a turn happens. Contentment lasts for 60 seconds and we have passions. Passion's a resource, just like funds. Hi, Leonard, welcome! Thank you. I think I did a posture check as well. And if we want to dream or pay bills, that is the question of life. That is literally the question of life. Do we want to pay for something or do we just want to sleep our lives away? Oh, God. I think it's kind of really hard to explain this game, so it's more like we had to really get into the mood of it. So we just finished working. The day's done, and so am I, but I've earned my pay. So we have fatigue now, which means we can't work. But we have earned vitality. And with enough vitality, we can buy ourselves more health, I think. So we just have to wait for health to recover. Thank you for the follow! Redder360, thank you so much for the follow! Welcome to my family. I'm Tanya Parian Beatrice de Belladon, your Mistress of Metroidvanias, your prima donna platformers, your diva Dark Souls. Thank you for the follow. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Booby Salute! Booby Salute! Thank you for the follow, welcome. Passion and fun's just what we need. So health is gonna be... I'm not entirely sure what we can do with... Right, so some of the stuff we can actually use, and they highlight. We can put money into my dreams, for example, or passion into dreams, or contentment in something else. So if we have use with another vitality to improve your abilities, lasts only 3 minutes if unused. So this is vitality. If we combine it with another one, we will be able to combine them basically. So we have to be very on time here. So what we're doing right now is not actually investigating the thing that happened, but rather we're just working. So this is the working life at the moment, because we had to build up a little bit of vitality, because if we lose all our health, we will not be doing very well. It's a wages simulator. That's the secret. That's how they get you. Cults are just wages. Cultists are just wages with another name. And GGG as well. It's record for the best name on Twitch. Absolutely the best name. It's a great name. You gotta tell me if I need to move around, by the way, because I haven't had a 3D model before. Whoop. Work. So a bequest arrives. The old man has bequeathed me a sum of money and a packet of peculiar papers, poetry, riddles, and metaphysical speculations. For the first time in months, there is some fuel for my reason. So I have some more money. It's very good. Put that here. You have a bequest. We're going to leave that one for now. This was bequeathed to us by an old man who died in the hospital. A package of peculiar papers from our correspondence executor. I must study it using either passion or reason. And then we have some reason here. Actually, I think passion and reason are like permanent resources, and vitality is just temporary, I think. I'm gonna put the bequest here. Yeah, all the monies. Reminds you stack land slightly. This is a very complicated game if you haven't played it before, and it really doesn't tell you how to play it at all. So you kind of have to learn it. Okay, enjoy making other people laugh at your name. Thank you for dropping by. Boobies alert. The board can get very chaotic. This really tickles my autism. Like, I cannot have cards not be in the right place. So 90% of me playing this game is basically just getting everything in order, making sure everything is where it should be. Hopefully we will be able to combine 2 vitality to get another health. We want to get 3 health before we do anything else. So this is basically the game. This is what you're in for. This is the long run. So you see here we have about 19 seconds left for this health to finish to work. And we have 73 seconds before this stops working. Sorry, I can't talk right now, I'm making piss. So every month something happens. Right now what happened here was we got exotic cravings. So we have a hunger driving us. So we can actually sacrifice some health, I think, here. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it can't interact with anything else, but we can feed this craving with our health, basically. So we have fatigued health, but we have some funds, and we have another vitality. So we can combine the 2 vitalities to form something else. We have 1 health. We want to have 3 health. And the question is, how do we combine them? I think we do them in here. Wait. So now we're going to study the health, study the body. I am a brim with vitality. If I devote some time to exercise, I'll benefit. So now we can actually, I think we can work with reason if we want to. We can do some reason job. I don't think we should be doing that though, because we can do some passion instead. I used to paint. I could paint those sites I have remembered from my dream. I might sell something, I probably won't. I think we are just gonna wait for now, because we don't want to do something dumb. Have I ever won a game as a cultist? I have not. I got very, very far in this game. I became a god myself, but then my cult kind of imploded. No idea what just happened, but I think you can feed your health to this thing and it gives you something in return. So now we're just studying to get more health, basically. It's really, really warm in this castle of mine. Do cultists ever truly win? I don't think they do. As yet, I have only the needs and desires of any other mortal, but what stirs in me? So I have some restlessness now. This is a longing. I want to do something. What exactly? I'm very, personally, I'm very, very interested in the occult stuff. I really like reading up on cults and hidden secret societies, stuff like that. I have let's see here. I'm gonna take some books out. I have the Meditations on the Tarot, which is written by an unknown person, I think. A Journey into Christian Hermeticism. I have the Book of the Dead, translated into Swedish by Neil Spilling. I have Modern Magic. I have a Primer of Jungian Psychology and the Power Myths by Jessica Campbell. I really love like reading about occult stuff. I have the 3 books of occult philosophy and magic as well by Agrippa, and the Mystical Kabbalah by Dion Fortuna, and the Book of Black Magic and Ceremonial Magic by Arthur Edward Waite, one of the guys who made the Rider-Waite cards, the tarot cards. That being said, I haven't read all of them because they're very, very dense. Yes, I'm playing Cultist Simulator IRL too. I really enjoy like the kind of I like secretive stuff. I like religion. Oh, hold on, we're gonna name our aspirin. I'm gonna name them Doofenshmirtz. I really like how people kind of just devote themselves to these rituals and like secret traditions and stuff like that. It's really cool for me. Very, very, very amazing. So now we have stronger physique as well, skill, and then we have health here. I think we can work with stronger physique now, and we're gonna get more money, I think. Boink! Arms of bronze. Bye, magician. Bye. And this song terrifies you to this day. Pneumatic alchemy is a very cool concept. I didn't know about pneumatic alchemy. Is it related to like bottles and precious? Dread, no! I've seen too much. A nameless gnawing fear has its teeth in my hopes. An existential horror. I think I can make like a painting on this with my dread. It's a contentment to get rid of my dread. I think if you have too much dread, you actually lose the game in this one. I know that. Never mind. My mind. Basically, I think it's really fascinating to me how people have like that went really fast. Cool. Vitality. I think this is supposed to how you get more vitality, but I'm not sure. The curious few. The wrong kind of reputation might awaken the interest of curious, the puritanical or the vengeful. A reputation may inspire an adversary to emerge. So basically, someone is trying to look for me right now. God, this game is so hard to explain because it's been like 3 years since I played this. But at this point, if I have some kind of secrets or if people are looking for me, it's quite possible that they're gonna send someone after me, like some enemy. Stop there! Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Vampire family. I'm Tanya Parian. I'm Tanya Parian Viatri de Meladon, your mistress of Metrovinus, your prima donna platformers, your diva of Dark Souls. Thank you for the follow. Pneumatic chemistry, yes, 18th century study of the properties of gases, but used for cult stuff. It's really cool, darling. I want to check that out. This is really cool. I guess this game makes no sense. You have to really figure out how to an actual cult text, right? It's very hard to do a let's play at the same time because I'm very you have to focus on the game, what's going on in the game as well. I'm back, and what did Chris happen while I was gone? I haven't done. Let's see here. I'm gonna get glasses on. Thank you, Demon King Bizzo. But wink, glasses on. Wah, 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 wah. I have to head out soon, but I'll watch the VOD for. Thank you. Thank you for coming back to the stream. Thank you so much. Buzzy chick. Alright, here we go. Okay, so we need to wait for the health to return as well again, because then we can do another job. I think we should be able to get more health this time. Because I think this skill just makes it faster to work. I don't know what we call him Doofenshmirtz. I don't know. Boink. Boink. So now it's 55 seconds instead of 60 seconds. So bleak thoughts, dark days, I must be careful not to let that create the dread may provoke a full-fledged... Oh no! We can get despair. My name just now is clear. Any guardian remains in the shadows. I have some contentment here. I wonder if the contentment can actually be used too. This is not good. So this contentment actually protects you against dread, but I can't... God, it's been so long since I played this game. I have an affliction. Oh no. This is not going... This is really not going the way I wanted it to. This is really bad. I think I should be able to heal. I'm just gonna cure my vitality because I don't want to lose any health on this one. No! Boink. So now we have another vitality being studied, so hopefully we're gonna get another health card. Because this despair is a wolf that devours thoughts. You can defeat the despair by feeding contentment, otherwise it will destroy you when it reaches 3 dread. That is not good. It's not good at all. I thought I had some contentment, but apparently I did not. It's horrible. So now we have despair. It's been a little while since I played this. I'll probably die the first time. I think we can work again here. So I'm just gonna work. Here we go. Someone is stalking us again. Not cool. Safe for now. I think it's falling apart. The contentment expires before the dread spinner slot open up. Oh, right. Yeah, that sucks. Sorry. Should I saw the dancing light while I think I'm lying in my room? It's a very cool dancing little dudette. So now we got more vitality. Lesson learned. Use your strength skill to improve the skill and gain health. Last up to 5 minutes before the case. So I had to wait for strength to come back here, but how to use this with the strength skills to improve the skill and gain health. I think I had to use this with the fist, which is over here. We'll see. I think someone's a little ashamed that he used to play Fortnite. Probably. There's so many things happening. Oh my god. So the course of the heart. Whenever the principle of the heart is implicated in a game of vitality, that's pretty cool. So we have health here. We have 2 health. That's cool. So this is vitality, a lesson learned. I'm going to combine this one with I need 2 of them. Oh, come on. So these are the ones I had to combine. I had to combine 2 of them with the strength skill, and I will get another health. Ah, check it out. Thank you. So warm. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. I feel like this is a very difficult game for me to do any kind of Sassudan together with because I'm just so hyper-focused and performing well with the game. But it's obviously, like, I think time's gonna pass later on. I really wish I could kind of join, I don't know if there are any cults in Sweden. I would love to join, like, a secret society and be, like, have meetings under the moonlight, like, curse people. It would be very cool. I'd absolutely be cursing my boss, for one. She deserves it because she's a horrible person. She's not actually a horrible person. She's really nice, but she's also very oblivious to things. She means well, but yeah. Vitality's burgeoning. More vitality, yay! Boink. So we're gonna exercise some more. Still have to do the lesson learn. Live and learn. Should need to know about secret societies of all people. Look, I'm a little bit of a shut-in. I've never really been outside a lot, so I haven't actually had any chance encounters with secret societies. I tried to form my own. I mean, I know a person who tried to form their own cult in like the 1800s, but it really didn't go anywhere. There was this weird dude called Aleister Crowley. He was really young at the time, of course, but he kind of just stole my thunder, the little rascal. There's a cult here, then why haven't they contacted me? They're just waiting for you to realize yourself. Okay, so now we have, no! There's an injury! No! The Mother of Ants looks kind on the wounds. Dreaming with an injury before the card face will also allow you to recover health. Alright, so I'm gonna dream this one. Gonna buy some money. This game is not going well. Yeah, Crowley was such a fucking idiot. I agree with you. The super beast. Didn't he call himself like the beast? I think. He had a really weird view on himself. I started reading some of what's it called, Israel? The one of the guys who worked with Crowley. Very kind of obscure. I think their interpretation of the Kabbalah is very unique. I like the Kabbalah, it's really cool. The Kabbalah and the Tree of Life, I think, with Sephiroth. It's fleeting reminiscing, a moment of time, and another moment it'll be gone. So now I had 2 vitality lessons, we just need the skill. So we need to wait for this to finish, and then we can get some more health, I think. Then finally we can start actually building our cult. Sephiroth, man. It's only redeeming features having a Thalaman village integrated into 1,000 Suns lore. 1,000 Suns, wow. Thousands, more like 1,000 babies. Let them learn. Boing. So I have vitality, but we don't have anything to do with it. The world as it is. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes. I'm sane, if that means anything. No fascination drives the visions over now. Very cool. I have no idea what these things are. It's been very long since I played this game. I'm very sorry. Hi, Pixie Toys. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. What is going on? I don't know. Trembling in the air. Can I put... Oh, shadows. Never mind. I'm not going to put any of those in there. We have the bequest. We can probably put that into dreams. We have health now. Still 50 seconds for this one to finish. Very cool. Unskilled labor. If you guys could start your own cult, what would you do? My cult would absolutely be about like reincarnation. I think like continue living after death, because I think death is really, I think that's like the last great enemy that humanity has to overcome, like dying. It's definitely something that we're struggling with. 3 health, here we go. This game is really complicated, unfortunately. It's very kind of come on. Boink. Need more vitality. Pop. Your cult would be about shaping reality. That would be pretty cool. Like changing what's going on in reality, making it whatever you want it to be. Pretty cool ability. That is a bit of an obstacle. Exactly. I think that's like the next thing we're gonna change and get rid of death. Basically, people will be able to die whenever they want to. That would be pretty cool. We find stuff in the end drop from office and live big to escape the mature world and fuck with the archons. In this case, who are the archons for you? Do you mean like the gods, the old gods, or something else? You're getting Gnostic pilled. Gnosticism is really cool. I had two books on it. I have Gnosis, an esoteric tradition of mystical visions and unions in Denmarker, and I have Gnosis by Kurt Rudolph, The Nature and History of Gnosticism. Did you guys know about Gnosticism is really, really cool? I don't think I've said that word this many times in a row. Basically, Gnosticism predates Christianity, but it was basically raised as a kind of a cult within Christianity in like I think the 400s. Before that, it was actually part of Judaism, and according to Gnosticism, they say that the God who created the earth actually isn't the actual supreme God. It's the Yaldabaoth, or the creator God. So basically, the actual God had an idea for the whole universe, and he created Sophia, which is wisdom, among other things. And Sophia kind of wanted to create something as well, but she wasn't allowed to. So in secret, she created Yaldabaoth, but she hid him away. I think this is how it goes. It was a very long time ago. I read this as a summer course. So basically, Sophia created Yaldabaoth, and she hid him from the rest of reality. So Yaldabaoth didn't know that he was created. He thought he created himself, and he only saw himself in like he was the only thing that he could see. So he decided to create the world. So Yaldabaoth created the world. He created the earth, and he created humanity in his own image, and he gave them a piece of his own divinity. But the thing is, he only had so much divinity because part of his divinity came from Sophia, and that divinity came from the great divine. So the problem is that the Yaldabaoth, he kind of regretted creating humanity because he realized, he was like, oh, I'm taking away part of myself. I don't want them to worship anyone else. So he's the one who gave the people the 10 Commandments, because the Gnostics argue that what kind of ultimate, like, super powerful God would be worried about his people worshiping another God, because that God would just be an aspect of himself. If he's all of creation, why would he worry about other gods? So they thought that the actual creator God, I think this is kind of going into like the Testament of Judas, or the Judas, I don't know what it's called in English, the Judas Evangelium. But basically, they said that the real God didn't really care about humanity at all. And that Yaldabaoth, he made all these rules because he was a jealous God. He basically didn't want anyone else to be worshipped. And so Gnosticism is about like knowledge and understanding things. Hi, Ponygram, thank you so much for coming. Hello. And when Jesus came around, like if you believe in Jesus and Christianity and stuff like that, Jesus was not actually supposed to be the son of Yaldabaoth, but actually he's the son of the actual creator God who took pity on humanity when it realized that humanity existed. So in the Judas, what is it called? The Judas Evangelium, or whatever it's called, the text of Judas that they found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. It says that, hi, Blessed Heretic thing, how you doing? The Gospel of Judas, I think. It says that Jesus took Judas aside and he was like, look, these other dudes. Thank you so much for the follow, Welcome to the Yamaita Shikirin. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Vampire family. I'm Latanya Parian Viatri de Beladon. The Mr. Symmetravania, Prima Donna Platformers, Diva Dark Souls. Not the Torah, no, it was the Gospel of Judas. The Gospel of Judas. There's a lot of apocrypha in Christianity, like religious texts that did not get put into the Bible. I think in like the 400s, they had this huge congress, and they're like, all right, we're going to make the Bible. Which texts are we actually going to put in the... Hi, Freya. Yes, this is really Regina me. How you doing? They decided which text to put into the Bible, which text would be apocrypha, which is like not official canon, basically. And I think the Gospel of Judas was one of those. It was not put into the Bible. And in the Gospel of Judas, it basically says that Jesus took Judas aside, and he was like, all right, Judas, you're like the only dude who questioned me. The other ones are like, yeah, you're the son of God, but you're the only one who actually ask me questions about it, or like trying to really make sure I'm what I am. So I'm going to give you the most difficult and the most important mission, and that is that you're going to have to betray me. So the whole point of Jesus Christ's sacrifice in the Bible, according to the Gospel of Judas and the Gnosticism, is that he was supposed to absolve humanity of the sin, the original sin, completely, I think, and make them come to the great creator rather than Yaldabaoth when they died. I think that's what it's supposed to be. It's very complicated. I only took like a summer course in it, but it's really interesting because Gnosticism was like branded as heresy by the Christian church, and it used to be part of Judaism as well. I think it was branded as heresy there as well. But it's literally about like questioning things, and Sophia is like this huge thing about wisdom and understanding. It's a big conspiracy, right? It's a very big conspiracy. It's a very cool text though to read. And the teacher I had, he was really cool because he had like he was blind, but he translated the Gospel of Judas to Swedish from Coptic, because it was in Coptic Egyptian, and he translated it with like blind writing, I think with what's it called, Braille. It's really, really cool. So I was taking a long distance course online when I was like 21, I think, so I could get some money in the summer because I was very poor. So there's a lot of cool stuff about Christianity as well. Like, it has a lot of different branches. If the church didn't approve it, it must be true. Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. I actually think it's a really cool thought experiment. A lot of texts are not part of it, especially the ones talking about the Nephilim, right? I think, honestly, there's something to it, because I think the Christian church was like, all right, these are obviously myths, and they don't have anything to teach us about how to behave, so we'll just kind of put them aside. They're like fan fiction of Jesus. We're not going to put them aside. But there's a lot of really cool things about, like, Christianity actually had to distance themselves from Judaism in the Roman Empire, because only Judaism was they were like the only religion allowed not to take part in the worship of other gods, because they only had the one God. So the people who became Christians, they had to like convince the Roman Empire that they were the actual Jews, like they were the actual Hebrews, so they could have the right to worship Jesus instead of worshiping. It's really complicated, I think. Religion in the true sense of a complete meme made by Shia LaBeouf. This music is really good for this. This is so, like, you can go really deep with this. I actually bought like there's a special edition of like hidden secret cults, like the Bilderberg group and the Freemasons and a lot of different things. I bought the magazine, and it's so shallow. They have like no information. There have always been a lot of Christian cults with a lot of different conclusions, right? I think, like, I don't know anything about the cults. I'm just gonna go back to the game. Everyone's just making fun of me. I'm gonna go back to the game. Oh no! Thank you for the follow, Mike Johnson. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Hunter stream. Agnosticism is really interesting when you study it. There's a lot of stuff you can dig into it. I'm very based. No, I'm not very based. I just have a lot of free time, or had a lot of free time. I could basically be reading out this book like, we shall capture. Sorry, thank you so much. I'm sorry I can talk right now. I'm being. I was gonna say I can't talk right now. I'm drinking piss, but obviously that's not what I'm drinking. I'm drinking water. Next is reading old archived paranormal threads to stream. I would love to do that. That would be very cool. Link me some cool ones, and I would read them on stream. I love the really weird paranormal stuff, like the iceberg stuff. That's like the really, really deep. I think there's the whole Nelson Mandela effect, the Mandela effect. I think it's just people not remembering things properly. But it's interesting that never mind, I can't do anything with this one. Wendigoon? I don't know. God, Wendigoon? I don't know who that is. But wink. The others speak little to me, but now they nod when I pass. Here's my pay. I'm barely getting any money at all. This is not good. But I can work between things. So I have I can send more vitality. That's very cool. And I have 3 health. So we're gonna do basically to have, I think 3 or 4 health would be very cool. I don't know who Bendigoon is. Sounds like a cool dude though. Dark days. I must be careful not to let doubts creep in. Dread may provide full-fledged despair. I don't think we have any despair at the moment. It's pretty good. No! The dreads! No! Icebergs. I will work with speed and silence. I don't fear injury. So I don't think we can actually get injured at any point anymore because we're so strong. We're so cool. So that's a huge advantage at this point. Have a lesson learned one, vitality, very cool. And once we get another vitality, we're gonna get another lesson learned. We need 3 this time. Oh no, my health! I become sick. Live and learn. Boink. Whew. One of my favorite stories about the Tower of Babel, Solomon and his temple, is really cool. Tower of Babel is, I think, just like there's a lot of parables in the Bible and in Torah about like how you should be behaving. So I think it's there's a lot of cool stuff you can learn reading the Bible. I think people just generally don't read it the way like you should learn life lessons from it. You shouldn't be using it as like cool for how to live your life, because that would be very weird. I say throwing all the Christians under the bus. Cultist Simulator is basically a procedurally generated narrative RPG game. Exactly. Role-playing game. That's what it is. We're gonna do one more health, and then we're gonna actually open the bequest. Most Christians don't read the Bible, period. It's true. They just learn it. I'm very vocal upon to learning your faith. I think there's a difference between faith and religion. Because religion is something you get prepackaged, and faith is something you find. I'm very quickly running out of money. This is probably not a very controversial opinion, but I don't like organized stuff. Come on, despair! The curse of heart. The course of the heart. Whenever the principle of the heart is implicated, I may gain vitality. We have another vitality, and we're gonna be doing some more work. Here we go. Ah, this is so stressful. Have another lesson learned. So we need one more lesson learned, vitality, and then we can upgrade strength one more level. It's very. Then we can finally open the bequest. I promise. More money was being used. Very cool. Here we have another vitality. We can get 2 vitalities. We can combine them into a lesson learned. I'm a dream with vitality. Oh, come on. There we go. I was reading the Salmon, by the way. This is like kind of like a card game. Harmonious Hamuz. This is kind of like a card game, but it's more like a single player roguelike where you're trying to make your own cult. We have not even scraped on the surface because there's so many different like faiths you can take in this, because you have contact with all the ancient beings. I don't want to spoil anything because the story is really good, but it's definitely a very, very complex story. When I played this, I played it when it just came out, so there were no guides to this game at all. So I have like all the dialogue written down like a huge Google Docs document that I would look through for like cross references. It was really cool. Very, very cool. And then one more vitality, so we can do... Oh, hold on. Hey, I already forgot everything. It took such a long time to even get anywhere in this game. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm making piss. No one will ever know you. Lesson learned. Boink. Thank you for the follow, Benny. Remember. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Vampire family. I'm Latanya Padillon Beatrice de Blanon, your Mrs. Symmetra Manias, your prima donna platformer, to devour Dark Souls. Gonna get around a cute Swedish word. I think vitality would be, what would vitality be in Swedish? It would be uthållighet. Nej. Uthållighet is a really good Swedish word. It means basically means endurance, I think. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. I will grow stronger and exercise the body. So we have health here, vitality here. I think we can't combine it now, but I don't think we need to. Basically, we have 3 health at this point, which means that even if we lose a health, it wouldn't be a problem. So you won the game instantly when it came out, right? Obviously, I spent a whole summer. I think I spent like 100 hours this summer playing this game. I was obsessed with this game. It's very, very cool. It's just like there's this... Same people who made London, I think Fallen London, which I used to play a lot of Fallen London. Well, specifically a lot of Fallen London with a friend of mine. We would challenge each other to games all the time. Chess games, I think, on the side. We would have role-playing conversations going on when we were playing. It was very cool. But it was a long, long time ago. I have not tried the DLC of this game at all, sadly, because I only played it that summer and then I didn't play it anymore. I really should play the DLC though, sounds really cool. I'm being stalked again by some weirdo. So once we finish with this one, we're gonna actually start the actual game. So now we have another health. I could carry a man across a river now or strangle him. I can strangle a man, very cool. Very good skills to have. So we have 4 health. So we're just gonna keep working to make money. And we are going to study this one. We're gonna study it with our health, which we can't do. So we're gonna do it with reason. I'll examine each item with meticulous care. So now we're gonna examine the bequest we got from the old man that we saw dying in the word. The Tristan and Toulouse. If I have a particular friend, now is the time to renew our connection. We don't have any friends, but we are very content, so that's good. So we examine the bequest employing reason. My correspondence describes my dreams exactly. They use names that are instantly familiar. The house, the woods, and the hours. The hours. McClunky! Thank you. Thank you, Felicity. Thank you. Thank you, Human Air, as well. Has been handled. We don't have any friends, but we're very content. It's me. It's for real, for real. She's just like me. My correspondence describes my dreams exactly. They use names that are instantly familiar. The house, the woods, and the hours. The glory. The new secrets beneath time and the skin of the world. A new curiosity burns in me. There is a note here. Directions to a bookshop that does not advertise its wares. So we got our reasons back. We get directions to Morelands, which is a bookshop. We get a temptation enlightenment. It's occurred to me that I hold the key to wisdom. This card will allow you to win an enlightenment victory if you upgrade it far enough. Dreaming about it might advance. So we can go the enlightenment route, which I think is like the basic route for this game. We also have knows and possible collaborators we could work with. My correspondent had recorded this observation of me. He believed that I had potential. He recorded his observations of someone else too. With time and study, perhaps he can find that person. Garugamash! Garugamash! Thank you! Thank you for that. Thank you very much for the send. I have the Watchman's Secret. So this is the basic route you can take in this game, which is, there's like 12 hours, I think, in this game. Each hour has a color, but color exists only where there is light. So colors only exist when there's light. So now we need to find the bookshop. So we're going to study the bookshop. The directions to Moreland shop are cryptic. When one deals in this kind of books my correspondent studied, one must be circumspect. I'm not gonna disown you. I would never disown one of my own children. That will not happen. Boom, 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 boom. An ill-lit street, an ill-favored bend in the lesser river, a soft yellow light through a grimy window. Miss Moreland nods as I enter, but doesn't rise. I never ask the names of my clients, she informs me, before I have time to introduce myself. So now we have Moreland's shop. There's a location we can go to buy books. So now I have exploration as well, and I find a location I can explore it. I have a scrap of a cult. These are like resources we can use to buy things, I think. Secret histories are layered beneath the one we know, like notes in rare wine. This is a detail from one of those histories. Exploring with this scrap of knowledge may uncover secret location. So this is why normies play Cult of the Lamb, because Cult of the Lamb is for babies. It's not a cult building game. It's literally this game with all the cool stuff filtered out. This is the actual cult game. It's very, very cool. So now I'm gonna put this here. I have the Temptation Alignment here. I have a note here. We're gonna research this one later. How to cult scrap. Now we have locations. This is like you have to sort everything out to be in the right locations. What if one night child starts hating on Japanese swords? I will not disown them. I will just be very upset. Mama, oh my god, thank you so much for renewing your subscription. Oh my god, thank you. 19 months. Oh my god, it's almost 2 years. I've been streaming for almost 2 years. That's insane. Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you so much, Mama. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna give a shout out to General Zuina as well in the chat. She's very, very cool person, even though she streams Apex, which is an inferior version of Fortnite. I'm just gonna say it. Fortnite is a lot better than Apex. I'm sorry, it's the truth. I will not deny it anymore. Fortnite is basically what Apex wants to be. You slowed down on Apex. Didn't it go really well for you a long time? You were like platinum or something? Cultist Sim is basically an interactive novel that writes itself with the help of the player. You have to read. Cult of the Lamb is Don't Starve. I feel like that's kind of a good comparison. You're playing Monster Hunter. It's so cool. Hit diamond rank is very. You should definitely be doing a gritty right now, Mom. You should be doing a gritty with me. Let's hit a gritty and go clown on Darth Vader together. Unskilled labor is me for real, for real. Money! Boink. I think we're just gonna keep playing to make some more money, to be honest. So we really need a lot of money. We're running very low. Although you barely make any money with your health, because you're better off like raising a reason to, I think. How much for the tiny? There's no tiny. She's not for sale. I'm sorry. She's part of the channel, but you can have her for $500 if you want. Drop in Tomato Town, right? We should definitely be dropping in Tomato Town. The music is so good in this game. I agree wholeheartedly. It's really good music. Okay, so it has been expressed like this: each hour has its color, but color exists only where there is light. So now we basically have a little bit of an understanding of these things. If you give me $500, I will give you the little dancing Latanya in the corner. Obviously, she's gonna sass you like the model. Of course she will. I need to look at the game with commodity so I can turn into Breaking Bad, the tabletop game. If you turn this game into Breaking Bad, I would turn you into an honorary vampire. Absolutely. And I don't say that lightly. That's a very big honor. Let's see here what we're gonna do now. How to call scrap. I'm gonna call the resources here. Actually, this should be like here, I think. It's hell. There we go. Actually, what I usually do is I read this one, and what I do is I do this. I do health here, and I do see here vitality. What's going to be here? It's really annoying. You can't move around with the WASD button, so you have to use the keyboard, or you can drag. Oh, you can drag yourself. Never mind. I'm going to put this one sequence. Enlightenment here. Reason is going to be here. There we go. Actually, I should probably study There was once a man who said that the sleep of reason produces monsters. Often it is healthy to let the mind wander in sleep, but if I keep dreaming, sooner or later some sort of monster will rise from my own fears. No, we should be working with our reason. It cannot be modded. Let's go. How to deal without enough grief for the cute thing model. I'm sorry. So this game is basically, you have to, oh my god, hold on. What happened? No! What is going on? There we go. I don't know if it can be modded. Oh, it can be modded. Sorry, I misread. What just happened? We had something going on. We really need to make a lot more money, so I'm probably going to have to go with reason. Okay, we have health here. We don't have any more despair. The wolf despair prowls everywhere. No dread empowers despair. It's over for now. I don't have a lot of reason because I don't need a lot of reason. I'm sorry. Sorry, you're dumb. I really don't make enough money, so I'm gonna have to. Alice, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Welcome. Welcome to the rest of your life. Remember, you're stuck here forever. So I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna do reason now. I'm gonna work with our brains. Find work which will spare my body from my mind. Actually, we should be researching reason, I think. So we're gonna keep working here. I'm gonna research some reason. I think that's actually gonna be more profitable in the long run. I think. At least I get lunch while I'm here for it. No, sorry, you have to bring your own lunch. I'm sorry. The world is awash with printed words. Even the newspaper can use knowledge sometimes. So now we're going to basically spend our knowledge a little bit. Get smarter. So have more smarts. More vitality. I can't really do anything with these. So I don't really need to use them anymore. Once again, I put my strength to use. There we go. So it only takes 45 seconds to get 1 money now with the strength, which is very good because it used to take like a minute. So I have the Watchman. The Watchman who is the door in the eye waits in my dreams. If I learn the lantern lore and dream of this temptation, I can advance my purpose. The need gnaws at me. So basically, I need to dream about the Lantern Man. I feel like this is actually interesting to watch because this is so esoteric. Basically, restlessness can turn into dread in this game, which is very bad. You don't want to get dread in this game. It's very dreadful. Very funny. So some more erudition. I'm gonna put reason in here again. Because I think with erudition we have to we need 2 erudition. For lunch or free labor, you can sleep at the desk. Sounds like a deal. Fine, you're gonna get a free lunch, I suppose. Okay, so we get more money. I think. Are we actually getting any money? I don't know if we are. This is what I'm gonna keep an eye on if we're actually making any money when we work. So expensive! We do. So every 60 seconds it costs 1 money. So I'm gonna have to keep working to kind of get into surplus. Now we have 2 eruditions, so we can actually study this one. Get 1 more knowledge. I have picked up a lot of facts here and there. If I spend time studying what I've learned, I could increase my reason. Good. I have many qualities dreaming gets assigned in different religions and cults. Most of the time it's some fucked up spiritual playing battlefield. God, I love the concept of dreaming, but I'm very, very upset that I learned how to do lucid dreaming, because this morning was a good example. I could not get out of bed in time because I just kept dreaming the same dream. It was a very pleasant dream. It was very nice. But struggled so hard to get out of bed. It was very frustrating. It was the worst. It was the worst. You like my sorting is satisfied. This is very good. I will be better at sorting. It should not be going up here. I hate this. It should not be here. I don't have anywhere else to put it. Trembling in the air, the sun flickers like a shadow, dreams ripple behind the surface of the mirrors. I must be careful not to drift from the waking world. The fascination I provoke wishes. Gilgamesh! Thank you for one more bit. Very cool. Did you know that if you subscribe to Lutania, she becomes a duck? Poggers. I haven't said poggers in a long time. I feel I'm getting older. I don't know how to say it anymore. We're just gonna keep lifting. That's our job. We're slowly building a surplus of money. That's good. So now I have skill scholarship. I'm flush with clever quotations. Use this with 2 lessons learned to gain more reason. I still have to work with reason. I'm gonna put the skill here. I don't know what I work with reason because it's complicated. You have to like work in an office, very dull. So we need to get more reason before we can. I think it's study reason again. At least we're going fast forward. It's pretty good. So you have to really make sure you're not wasting time in this game, because then you have to really be on your toes with the loops when you're trying to catch them. So you can get so you see every 60 seconds they charge you money in this game. So if you don't want to be charged, if you don't want to run out of money, you got to make sure to stay on top of the working. It's just like real life. You have to work to make money. You have to work to be able to make money. So I'm gonna get more erudition. If we come on to erudition, I think we're gonna get lesson learned. And if we get 2 lesson learned, I think we're gonna have more reason. I don't think we're getting sick anymore. This is pretty good. Blah blah. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know how many of you have played this game, but it's satisfying once you actually get into the good flow of it. So sorry if I'm not the most chatty as I'm playing this game, but it's a lot of things you have to keep track of. So the word contain knowledge, now I contain it. It is a little like theft and a little like feasting and a little like the progress of an infectious disease. This is such a good quote. So the words contain knowledge. Now I contain it. It is a little like theft and a little like feasting and a little like the progress of an infectious disease. So you get infected with knowledge. It's just such a clever way of talking about it. I thought I had 2 erudition. Do I only have 1? That is no good. We need more erudition. You really should get it if you want to. It's pretty cheap on Steam, and it's very fun to play. Here we go. You get more knowledge, you realize the horrors of the universe. Right. Knowledge is not always a good thing. The more you know, the more vulnerable you are to the workings of the universe. I think that's reflected in other skills. I think reason specifically is not about understanding the universe. I think passion is more dangerous in this game. Because with passion, you can get really lost in things. So the Washington whisper, hunger glows in my brain, hunger for the knowledge the invisible arts might bring. universe. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you, blessed heretic. Thank you so much. Being reasonable makes you understand the universe less. Exactly, it makes you more grounded. So in this game, if you really don't want to die, you gotta be grounded in your knowledge and understanding of the universe. Because if you let yourself go and you invite insanity into your life, then I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna be having a bad time. Slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. Thank you, Heretic. Thank you so much. I'm not an elf. I'm not a gnome. I'm a goblin. A goblin VTuber. Goblin tuber. I would love to be a goblin. I would love to be a goblin VTuber. It would be very cool. So now I have a lesson learned in erudition. We need one more, I think. One more lesson learned, and then we can actually upgrade our reason as well. Very exciting gameplay in this game. Mind Goblin. In anthroposophy, you can tackle the universe's scientific system of thought. Isn't anthroposophy, which is the one where you have like one drop of something in like a million drops of water or something? You just kind of build up immunity, apparently. I'm becoming reasonable. That would never happen. You know me enough. That would never happen. Never, ever. Come on! Dark days, I must be careful not to let doubts creep in. I wish you could have a body pillow in this game. That would be very base. The universe may be dark, but Shinobu's boobies are very soft, so you can hug them. That would make life a lot easier. I have to say the body pillow has been such a game changer. It's insane. I didn't think the body pillow would make me sleep so much better. Kiss shot is so sweet. What can I say? I really like my body pillow. I really, really like hugging. It's been a long time since I was hugging people, generally. She's treating me really well. She's been very nice. Although, she has fallen out of the bed a couple of times. And had a friend over. I forgot to cover her up. It's a little embarrassing. Also, the same friend saw the Ahegao outfits magician bought me as well. So now they're very they shook their heads. They're just like, oh god, Latanya, you're such a lost cause. God, this is there's so much to keep track of in this stupid game. Boink. Boink. We have not even gotten started yet. There's so much more in this dumb game. Even thought he's trying to make a cult for real this time. Some stupid cult of the lamb. Bullshit. The lamb shit. There are 2 editions. Lesson learned. We can actually go here. And we're gonna unlock our deeper understanding of the universe. Knowledge is a city wall built stone by stone, but what waits in the darkness beyond the walls? Why would we need a fortress except that we had something to fear? God, the writing is so on point in this game. The word for spin in this place is more place to spin. It never stops in this game. I love it. Cult of the Lamb made him like sacrifice and cannibalism. Cult of the Lamb is your child's first Cultist Simulator, I think. I say this without having ever played that game or even watched anyone play it. It's gonna be turned into a lot of things, like a secret hit. It could be turned into a lot of things. This is true. Okay, I'm getting it deceased. That's not so good. I'm gonna have to. I think I can actually use the vitality to fix that. I'm becoming unwell. Well, your face is becoming unwell. have reordered the boundaries of my ignorance. I have reordered the boundaries of my ignorance. Very cool. No live organism can continue for long to exist sanely under conditions of absolute reality. Shirley Jackson. With erudition, you can study to gain more reason. I think we have 3 reason, which should be enough. I think we should probably study passion now. If I propose to learn anything, I wouldn't be reading this stuff. I'm gonna read sentimental literature. I'm just gonna make sure we have some basic stats before we begin our actual journey into discovery. I have 5 funds, never mind. They don't even show the cool shit in Color Land, like converting your followers just by gaslighting and socially isolating them. I think that's just implied. Gaslighting is God's gift to humanity. If God didn't want us to gaslight people, he would not have invented thought. I forgot you can use vitality to cure. I've been wasting money. You can use vitality. I'm so dumb. Put this here. So the blue color should not confuse you because work is not the same as reason in this game. You can work with reason, health, or your passion, but I always think it's better to work with your health in this game because there are like no negativities to working with your health. If you work with reason, you will find yourself suddenly. My emotions run higher than usual. There are things I'll never understand, and those things will always be precious. But just now I am closer to them. Glimmering can be used with study to gain passion. It lasts only 3 minutes if unused. So basically, working with art, which is passion, or working with an office, which is reason, has a lot of other things going on for them. Or working with your health, literally all you do is just make money. It's very fast, it's very reliable. Okay, we got some fleeting reminiscence. Very good. We didn't actually go crazy from grief or despair. That's cool. See, just a couple of seconds is enough to oh, hold on. It's enough to kind of reset all your hard work and trying to overcome the funds. We really should visit the shop as well. So we're gonna go there and see what they have. Explore the city with health or followers. Explore locations or investigate possibilities of lore. Exploration is often unpredictable. So let's see how to put in some money. I'm gonna buy a book. It takes time to sort the gold from the dross, the wheat from the chaff, the blood from the water. If I buy enough books, I'll find something interesting. This music goes really hard just for moving cars. Exactly, it's really, really good music. You can listen to this for hours at hand. It's very good. Okay, so then we're gonna study glimmering to get a skill for passion. The tigers of wrath are wiser than the horses of instruction. If I spend time studying what I've learned, I could increase my passion and gain a skill. Thank you, selling used thigh highs. I could use some new thigh highs. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Vampire Family. I'm Latanya Parian de Baladon. Your Mrs. Metroidvania, Supreme Modernal Platformers, Diva Dark Souls. We are playing Cultist Simulator. It's a very cool game. Even I'm gonna give you a compliment. You are wise beyond your years. You are very you're very human. That's not the word. You're very humble, and you don't presume, and you have the patience of a saint. I think I look up to you a lot. I would love to have some one-on-one sessions with what's it called, Beat Saber, because I get the impression that you would be a really good teacher of Beat Saber. So the burning of the unburned. Now we're getting some religious literature here. The burning of the unburned god, compiled by Hostess Main from oral traditions of rural Persia. So you can actually study these books, and you will learn. So we're gonna buy a lot of books before we actually start studying them, because that's a good way to not go insane. You're trying to wrong on purpose as a joke. I know that reference. It's a very funny movie. Kung Pao is really funny. Yeah, I know. I don't have to have that anymore. And here we go. This is my body. There are other bodies, but this one is mine, and my mind needs it as a fungus needs soil. That's a really, really good reference. Oh, Sacred Call Leader, what is my wisdom? Diversify your portfolio. That is a wisdom. Don't invest in crypto. It will not last. Crypto's not gonna last. Invest in gold. That's my wisdom to you. You're very human is a very worrying compliment to receive. Like the audio representation of depression and anxiety. You can have a great mental breakdown to it. Absolutely, that's the intention of this game. The guy who made this made Fall in London, and I think the other game too as well, where you're Sunless Seas, I think they're called. It's a very fun game. So now I have a vivid imagination. My daydreams sometimes outpace my dreams. Use this with work to paint or with study and with 2 lessons learned to gain more passion. So we're going to gain more passion. We need 1 more passion, and then we're set. We're going to keep working while we do this, of course, to make more money. Really cool. It would be really, really nice if we had an event happening that was actually good to us. But that's never going to happen in this dumb game. When investing cryptids, Bigfoot is Bigfoot is really good at handling money. He's very, very good with money. You can invest in Bellico. Bellico is absolutely a company worthwhile investing in. Mind you, I'm the majority shareholder, so you will probably not have a lot of influence, but it doesn't really matter. I think it's fine anyway. Let's see here. We have some more passion. It used to be that the binding of these, when you put in them out, they didn't actually align properly, which was very, very frustrating in this game. What is it? Makes you a majority shareholder. I have 75% of the shares. All unhappy far off things. Halfglim's wistfulness has touched me. Have some more restlessness. It's not good. We have more restlessness. It's not good. It's very, very bad. We do not need restlessness at all. It's horrible. Money. More work. %, baby. I think we need like two or three. I think we need 2 or 3 glimmering thingies this time. What is Bellico's main export? We export suffering. We're very, very good at what we're doing. Suffering wherever you want it, whenever you want it. We'll export it for you. We're very good at this. Okay, so I'm going over here. Hell. Here we go. So we're still not really building our cult. We're just getting our bearings and learning enough that we will not be fools when we're starting our cults. We have to do some studying. We have to understand the workings of the universe before we really engage in the studies. This is not good. I'm sick again. No. Are you see you soon? See you soon, Johannes. Don't worry. This is kind of like building your own cult, kind of. It's a little bit more complex building your own cult. First of all, I got vitality as well, right? I keep forgetting that vitality actually helps fix revelation. You're very true, very right. I wasted a lot of money because I forgot that vitality actually fixes your afflictions. So you go to sleep, and then you put in some vitality, and voila, you're not sick anymore. I love this wood burning staining images. Oh, I didn't even see these. This is so cool. I didn't even see these. That's new. That didn't used to be part of the game before. Now I have a lesson learned. We need another lesson learned, I think. 1 more, and then we can improve our passion to 3, and then we can start reading books. I'm ready to improve. That's all it says. Okay, cool. I'm dead. Oh no! I forgot to work. I don't think I'm dead. Am I dead? Let me clutch save. What did I do? Death is just the beginning of life, right? Oh, I didn't notice the contentment. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I don't know how these things work. The glimmering. I have not played this game in like 3 years, so this is the first time I'm touching this in a very, very long time. I didn't even play before the stream, so if I do forget something, I'm very, very sorry. is not not exactly my forte this game. One more glimmering. No! Oh, never mind. I thought I had 2 glimmering, but I have a lesson learned here. I have the DLC that came. No, I don't have the DLC, unfortunately. I stopped playing before they came out. I think I stopped playing before Dancer came out. Oh, human air, you no! No, 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 no! Pixatorius, you want a compliment? I'm gonna give you a compliment. You are a very hard worker. You are definitely worth the money invested in getting you to work for me. I feel like you've probably earned the right to get out of the basement at this point, so I will have you over for tea next time. If you behave properly, I will consider losing the chain a little bit more. Here's a very, you're good in talking company. Have a lot of interesting things to say. I appreciate that about you. If you were an ice cream flavor, you would be strawberry. Kind of basic, kind of not a flavor I'd need. I wouldn't miss strawberry if it was gone, but I definitely would notice it was gone. Solid caramel is really good. Solid caramel is really good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very happy that that fried butter is becoming an ice cream flavor now. I don't know if you know, but fried butter is like so good, and they're making that into an ice cream flavor. So tasty. Who desires but acts not breeds pestilence. So true, Oomphy. So true. Very, very true. Fried butter is really good. It's like fried in the sense that when you put butter in the pan, after a while it gets like brown. That the butter is very, very tasty, and they've made that into an ice cream flavor here in Sweden. So good. Bryn smör. I think we have enough funds to buy another book. I think so. We're gonna buy a book. Takes sense to gold. DLCs do require decent knowledge of the base game, so no point getting them before winning a base game a few times. I've never won this game, but I have over 120 hours, I think, in Steam. It's one of my most played games. Jojo, you are a buffoon, uncultured, and I think actually, you know what, I think you used to play a lot of Fortnite. I know, but you made Shane anyway. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give you an insult though. You earned that compliment. Now I have 3 passion. Very cool. Very, very good. I think we can study the burning of the unburned god. Ah, my foot. Cramps. Tasman hypotheses. So Tasman hypothesizes a pre-Zoroastrian fire deity whose rights were the rights of smiths. And this is kind of the unburnt god is a very health-based god, I think. So we're gonna research that one because we have a lot of health. I think we need to sacrifice health in this game to follow the unburnt god. So we get an introduction to histories. The 17th century mystic and antiquarian Claude Hersault describes divergent incidents in 5 major histories. So basically, it's really cool. Like a subplot in this game is like there's many, many different histories. Like history diverged in a bunch of different realities. It's really cool. I don't remember too much about that, but I remember I tried to keep like track of the timelines. It was so fun playing this game without any knowledge about it. And no one had written anything down. So I still think I have that document written down. I really should get back to it because it's so cool. Let's see here. We have contentment. God, they charge so much dumb money in this dumb game. Like 8th century before Christ. Yes, a pre-Zoroastrian religion. Exactly. Darn it, it's very, very old. My own heart pumps more strongly, she has more vitality. Very cool. And on here. It has studying. Tasman ultimately concludes with apparent reluctance that the deity was a goddess. He suggests that its gender may have been the cause of its suppression. The rites described are often eerie, sometimes grisly. The rite of the crucible soul! This is so cool! This rite uses an instrument of power to set the blood afire, fire and deletion of the skin of the world. The system rarely survives unharmed. So this is basically sacrificing someone. The ritual, we just learned our first ritual. And we have an ardent crimson. So these little circles represent how far along the path of this faith we are. So I have the ardent horizon. When we watch a fire, what are we watching for? When we find it, these are the words it will speak. A word that sanctifies the change that comes when the seared skin peels. I have no idea what that means. So basically, when we watch a fire, what are we watching it for? When we find it, there are the words it will speak. A word that sanctifies the change that comes when the seared skin peels. So we have to burn our skin. And this should be probably here. Oh, that's right. I usually put these in after the collar. Now we have a pink book as well, so we can study that one too. So the prologue warns at length of the iniquities of one Julian Cosley, a former colleague who herself now describes darkly as a worm of worms. I would start calling you all worm of worms, but I think you will love it. The worm of worms. It seems Cosley advised Hersault early in the writing of the book, but Hersault later becomes suspicious. Imagine if the game would vaguely record your life in the text and then spit out your story after you finish one way or another. That would be very cool if it did that, if it had like a story going on. And put the ritual over here because we don't really need it now. And let's see here. I think these are the same. I think we should, we're studying a book now. We're making money. So it's all good. Forge is the principle of change. Change means emergence of something new, but also the death of the old. Right? That's very cool. So yeah, this is definitely a health-focused run we're doing right now. So maybe I should even be trying to get more vitality. Research my vitality and get even more strength, health. I think 4 is pretty good. Hersault identifies blood, silver, design, and the worms as the central axis of each of the histories, and claims that the so-called second history is the true one. So I made an occult scrap. We have 2 of them. I think pink actually works with all the other occult paths if you take them. So this should be like this, because this is the basic one, and then you have 1 dot. And then they go down, I think. So then I think we should buy a new book soon again as well. I think we can research something else. I think we should just research vitality, try to get another health. Now people could not only make movies out of games but books as well. Moth is also about change, yes. I think Moth was a long time ago. It's more about change from within rather than the form without, or applied to something else. It's a bit confusing the way there are 8 principles but also 24 hours. There's 24 hours, I forgot. If you don't count the dead ones, and some hours share the name with the principle. There used to be older hours, I remember. Like some of the hours actually killed the predecessors who took over. There is the, I think it's called the General. I think his name is the General. God, there's so much cool lore to this game. It's really, really cool. Like you should really, I think everyone should play this game and just kind of choose their own path. You should not be playing it the way I do, because this is a very safe way of playing this game. The way I'm playing this game is very, very safe. So if you want to play this more, there's a lot of other ways you can play this game. The Cultist lore videos, I would have to finish playing this game, but I would love to do some lore videos on this. It's a very fun romp into the lore. I don't have anything to have people be suspicious with me about, so it's all good. I have contentment. music again. Very, very cool. Thank you, game. This is lesson learn with your strength skills. So I'm gonna get another vitality, so I'm gonna research these as well. Actually, yes, because I think I need like four lesson learns. Golden General is a lionsmith. Oh, that's right, he's a lionsmith. He's the Edge in the Forge. He is a former student in Eternal Nemesis of the Colonel. That's the one I went. Who's Edge in Winter. God, the names are so cool. This game is so fucking amazing. Like, I really like the idea that they're using like they have made their own like major arcana with the hours, and it's never really very clear. I really need to go back and read my old notes because I was meticulously taking notes for this game. Actually, I think I'm going to use money for this one because I'm going to save the vitality because I really want to get another lesson learned. Lesson learned. So if you're watching, if you haven't played this game, a lot of what's going on in the chat right now is not going to make a lot of sense. It's basically like very Cthulhu-esque in terms of how the lore is very dense, and you never really learn all of it. The gameplay simplicity starts the time invested in the lore a lot. Exactly, the gameplay plays very smoothly once you figure out. I have not touched this game in almost 3 years, and I still remember how to play it because the gameplay is so fundamental and easy to learn, which is really nice. So let's see here. I think I should be able to. Level up. It's 20 seconds. I should be fine. I think. Let's do one more health. So I went to. That's good. Have 3 lessons learned. Need one more. I think. Was the memory still there? Mm-hmm. Oh God, learning how to ride a bike, it took me, I think I was 13 I was 11 or 12 when I learned how to ride a bike. That's me, by the way, moving things around. But basically, I tried to learn a bike when I was like 5 years old, and I had these support wheels on my bike, and one of my friends on a birthday party of mine, she drove my bike into a wall, and the bike broke. And I don't know what it was, but after that I did not want to get on the bike again. I think they fixed the bike, but I didn't want to ride a bike. And it took me another 6 years before I decided to learn how to ride a bike. And I grew up on the countryside, very, very far from the center of Stockholm. So basically, unless you got to ride somewhere, you had to walk or take a bike. And my friends live really far away, so I was walking to all my friends all the time. And then when I finally learned how to ride a bike, I was very proud. But I was 11. I was 12 when I learned how to swim. I was terrified of having my head under the surface of water because the water is very. I think I just didn't know how to keep my nose blocked, so I would always get like water up my nose, which was terrible. I wasn't throwing tantrums at my bike. She drove it into the wall. She broke my bike. I didn't touch my bike. She broke it. But learning how to swim was very, I think because you had little medals in Sweden you can get when you learn how to ride a bike, and the last one I got was, it was like very, very stormy, and there was like no one there swimming where I was. I could almost flushed up on the pontoons because the waves were really, really high. It was not a good experience. Okay, so now we're gonna level this one up. I need 5! Are you kidding me? I think I'm gonna be able to get 5. Hold on. I think I have time. I have time to get it. I have still 90 seconds. This is good. I need a lure. Oh. What do you need a lure? No! No! I'm so dumb. Oh my god. Okay, one more vitality. That's good. I didn't know how to ride a bike until a month ago in another country where I had to learn in car traffic. Oh my god, learning how to ride a bike in traffic is horrifying. I hate riding a bike in the city. Support wheels suck. It's better to just learn a short enough bike to just push up with your legs. Once you figure out how to speed keeps you upright pedaling, because it's easier. One of the bright memories. Yeah, right? I think my dad had like a stick that he tied to the back of the bike. So he would hold on to the bike when I balanced around. No more infinite stairs. No! I don't have any lore to use, I think. We do this, and I go... I need something more. 30 minutes at 6. Wow. That's actually pretty impressive. 30 minutes. I will burn with the strength of the fortune days. I'm going to sacrifice my ardent horizon. Here we go. We are going to level up health. Time to get swole. Also, I can tell my moderators are not paying attention, by the way, Jojo. You are not paying attention. Have not been paying attention for at least 20 minutes. Guess how I know? On an adult bike, were you exceptionally tall as a child, or did you just... I didn't even need to use it! Noise! Things are churning up in the house. I have a matchless physique. I move like a mountain and strike like a sky. To master others is strength. To master yourself is power. Health and skill can increase no further. I have maxed out my health. Very, very cool. Yeah, strong! Once again, I put my strength to use. I'm like a mountain. Did I say something? Yes. I just said that you left the redeem that I filled in for 25 minutes. I removed myself. I can tell that you're not paying attention. That's fine, though. I know you have more important things to do than to help me out. It's fine. I accept it. I'm not upset at you. I'm going to study this note on possible collaborators. I have a name, a description, and a few tantalizing details. There are thousands faces in the city. No, you didn't. I didn't see it. You could have asked me again. Which implies that you didn't hear me giving them a redeem. Sorry, I can talk right now. I'm making piss. Sausage trick. Thank you. I have other screens up on my laptop, which one has one screen. Wow, are you dual moderating at the same time? Do you have me muted because I'm so uninteresting and boring? Is that it? Do you think I'm boring, Jojo? Is that it? I will moderate. I don't know what it keeps doing that one. I think that was a bug in the old game as well. It just flew off the table. Alright, what are we gonna do now? We're looking for someone else to collaborate with, and we're gonna make money. I have an acquaintance. I wouldn't answer to a letter. Now we're getting cooking. I'm gonna be scared for someone else in chat. They say I can do the job of any two others together. It's not true, not quite. I can almost do the job of two others together. So health is fatigued, and we have made. Still just made one money, but I think it's really fast at this point. It's like 40 seconds. It's very, very good. So 40 seconds, no problem. And this gentleman would much rather be left alone with his pipe and his illustrated London news. But no, apparently some conjurer of abominations, I have done no such thing, thank you very much, has to be hunted down like a mad dog, and apparently no one else can find the time. Cool, we have a nemesis, we have a detective on our case. He already ignores me for like 5 minutes. The reply to your letter is courteous if cautious. They are intrigued by how you found their name, intrigued enough to meet you. Have a hanger-on. Usefully malleable, but they'll probably never amount to much. You might be able to recruit this acquaintance as a follower. So now we have a hanger on. I think we can actually... I don't know what we can do with them. I think we can do anything with them. Together we might be more. Here's someone I might work with, a companion or a follower, but first I must give them something to follow. A society, a sodality, an order, a cult. We are now founding a mystical organization. Very, very cool. I'm going to raise this up here. I think we have all the basic... This one might as well be here because it doesn't do anything. The wary detective, I always go to great lengths to keep him alive. Yeah, he's low effort, I remember. He's one of the better adversaries because he doesn't really do anything. I'm gonna keep him alive. I'm not gonna try to kill him. God, they even improved this because he used to be terrible. Come on. Also, I have to say I had to thank Neil Gaiman for really making me a huge fan of the occult stuff, because I read The Sandman when I was like 13. Very formative text for me. Very, very good book series, comics. If you haven't seen The Sandman, I really recommend you do. What we're gonna put money here, passion here, and we're gonna put health here, and there we go. Reason here, skills here, and there we go. It's gonna be locations. I've seen some. I have seen it. I saw it all, like 10 episodes in a row. It's actually very good. I do not like the voice of Matthew. I did not like the role of Matthew in the movie either, series. I could have really improved that a lot better. But The Sandman is really, really good. I can strongly recommend it. It actually saved my subscription to Netflix, because I would have not kept it there if they hadn't released Sandman. Because I finished Better Call Saul now. Better Call Saul is finished as well. It's so good. I have begun my true work. The authorities will take an interest in it. I must be ready for them. I have begun to establish your cult. It will need a little more before you can recruit followers. I had notoriety. I had 3 notoriety. So this is going to make people suspicious of us. I forgot this thing. Hold on. This has to be here. I'm not a fan of the voice of Matthew the Raven. Has been Dream hot? He's hot. Look, he's hot. Have you not read the comics? He's like the gaunt, what's his name? The goth singer. Has a very that kind of feel to him. It's very hot. He looks like Robert Pattinson. Oh my god. Stop, please. You have no idea what you're talking about. Boop. Come on. He's like a creepy hot in comics, not Robert Pattinson hot. Truth, he's kind of creepy hot in comics as well. What is the name of that? Do not remember. He was inspired by another singer from the 80s, I think. I don't remember his name though. I think I had to dream about enlightenment. I had to have like I'm gonna dream about enlightenment. That's what we're gonna do. Should I dedicate myself to my purpose or focus my efforts elsewhere? We're gonna meditate on our goal of earthly knowledge, and what are we gonna put in here? Actually, I thought I was hot in Harry Potter before Twilight, Jojo, but it's a little bit before your time. I totally understand you. After all, you're only 16 years old. have a 1/2 grid or something. I have 1/2 grid. I have a half grid. I should probably turn it off. There we go. Actually, I think I can do this probably. Hold on. Come on! Oh my god! Oh my god! I hate this. Alright, here we go. I have collected myself. Everything is fine. Choose the founding principle. Tradition and compulsion, old and new, are both together. It's hard to determine our cult. I don't care anymore. How did he possibly fuck up the UI? It's like, how can he even add anything to this game? Oh my god. Actually interesting old religions. It's kind of really cool because like a lot of it comes from understanding how people think and work, I think. And you can kind of tell which era something was written in, if the religion is alive or if it's, you know, dying or old. There's a lot of interesting aspects to it. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Hold on. Alright, human error, I'm gonna give you an insult. You are more annoying than the UI of this game. That is just the truth. You are more annoying than this game is. You are a simpering little human pile of feces. You disappoint me constantly. You bring great shame upon my family. Even though you're not blood related to me, I just loathe the fact that you even consider yourself close to me. I could scrape my shoes clean of anything, it would be your presence. I would burn my shoes if I could get rid of you. I would literally move from my castle if it meant I would never have to talk to you again. You disgusting little piece of human filth. Do you know anything about Sumerian ones or impact on Christianity? I actually don't know. I think I do find something very interesting that the Mithraism almost became the state religion of Rome, but instead it was Christianity became it. So Christianity kind of adopted a lot of symbolism from Mithraism, which was a sun god worship for the soldiers of the Roman Empire, I think. And I was really kind of curious how they sort of just decided to, okay, we're gonna adopt a bunch of stuff from this religion so everyone will be happy. I actually don't know. This is what I was talking about before, how I feel kind of bad about not knowing quite as much as other people do. Because I would love to know more about these things, but I don't. I haven't had the time to study them. So I'm going to choose a foundation. So I'm going to establish the unflinching order, an occult society dedicated to the fire that changes and remakes. Hi, boys, welcome. I can tell your typing skills have not improved. Ketamine, that's me. I'm Ketamine de Parillon de Vierge de Belladon. Ketamine, a very cool vampire VTuber. I become a hermit to learn a lot about religion, its history, and also a lot of drugs. That is true. I have not done a lot of drugs. Yay! Achievement unlocked! We get the unflinching order! I dedicate myself to the fire that changes and remakes. So now we have a purpose. We have an order. Very cool. We have Mistress of the Shady Dealings. The Shady Dealings. A force would never change. You are so endearing. This music is so good and fitting for this game. Work got you mad? What happened with work? The hour we serve requires pain I must give of myself. So I guess I'm gonna give some health. I think I'm actually gonna lose some health when I'm doing this. Very cool. Gonna ring with my dears. Oh. I'm sorry. I should study something as well. Oh dear, hold on. I cannot scroll out anymore. This UI is broken. I can't scroll anymore. So watching his footsteps, we did this one before. I got some restlessness as well. And we have work done. So, more work. You're studying archaeology. Mythology is one of my favorite subjects, but it was a long time ago and I didn't. You drink so much in archaeology, you forget most of it. I think archaeology is like, I'm gonna be very contrarian and say, I think archaeology is like one of those religions, one of those fields of study where it's very interesting to learn it, but the applications you have outside of school is very limited because not a lot of people can find jobs as archaeologists, I think. It's like one of those kind of dead-end educations. I'm sorry. It is very cool though. I wish I had studied it because it seems like a very cool, very cool line of work. Forge depths refine themselves until they excise themselves of all weakness. They are supposed to be extremely hard to damage. It's very, very good. Our hanger-on is going to learn how to do this. I drink more than seafarers. Oh my god. I have a pawn now. I found my cult. This is a step to greater power. Use your cult to recruit and promote followers. Talk with followers about your cult to send them out to cult business. Yes, cult business. The business of a cult. Have an injury to heal. Have this one back as well. Have temporary headquarters. Location. And we have the unflinching order. This is our cult. I have to deal with this injury. I think vitality should be able to fix it. I'm not sure though. There we go. The dinosaurs don't grow on trees? No, they don't. I'm sorry. What do you mean archaeologists go on adventures into tombs and stuff? I've seen the movies. You've seen Indiana Jones? Yes, that's exactly what archaeology is. It's very, very cool. Look, I personally knew Indiana Jones. He was not as cool as he pretends to be in the movies. My money! Makua! Maklunky! Alright, so we're gonna visit the location here. Interrogate and intimidate. We can put people in the cupboard. That's pretty cool. A pawn. This is where I kind of forgot how to play this game, but I think I can study this one. I cannot study that one. Never mind. I'm gonna go out and get a book. I'm gonna go buy a book. I think maybe I should study reason. I don't think I can do that. Incidentally, Jojo, not your stream and not the topic of discussion at hand. I'm sorry. On what is contained by silver. A bestiary by Pomander in Greek. I have to learn Greek now. Oh no. I remember you have to learn languages in this game as well. That should be fine though. I can probably find a book on Greek as well. Getting a lot of work done though. It's good. Money, 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 money. This is so much money, this dumb game. On the white, Solomon Husher writes, perhaps allegorically, a winter and his long, slow, doomed romance with the sun. The epigraph is sunset at noon. On the white, beware the peanut butter. I think I put the books here. Hold on, put the books up here. Not Roman, Latin, Darwin. Did you say Roman? Arabic, Greek, and Latin are basically meant her to get into the occult. Also German, and some say. Hey, definitely German if you're into the Society of the Rosicrucians, because I think that originated in Germany. A lot of their writings were in German, and you have what's it called again? If you want to study the Agrippa's original writings, I think he wrote them in German. I'm not sure though. Nothing forbidden in there, just better. Opportunities, it's just the wrong decisions. There was a lot of pieces to progress to reorg. Funny thing, by talking to professors and taking related side jobs, I got access to hidden libraries at a time. Funny things. Just better stuff. Hidden libraries are really cool. I would love to work in a library, but so I've been thinking about getting another job, but literally every job out there requires an education in something. I'm not allowed to work in a library unless I have a librarian education. I'm not allowed to work in an archive unless I have an archivist education. It's extremely frustrating. I really, really, really would love to work in a library or an archive. I submitted your letter of resignation. You will not be accepted. Something's happening here. I don't know what it is. At this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Boink. I'm just gonna grind for money for a long time and buy some more books. At some point, the shop runs out of books. That's kind of what we're aiming for. Hi, Marina Hearts. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I think hero books properly actually requires a very specific set of skills. Is it the Liam Neeson set of skills that you need to take hero books? I would love for nothing more than a Liam Neeson's Taken 5, where he's like trying to find his dog, and it would be a buddy cop movie with John Wick. Apollo and Marsyas, the libretto of a lost opera concerning the contest between Apollo and Marsyas and its tragic outcome. The librettist is identified only by their initials, R.K. and L.J. and J.L. I think I can actually read these books if I want to, because they're not in Greek. In the original myth, Marsyas lost a musical contest and was flayed by Apollo, who later regretted it. In this version, Marsyas' skin has further history. Oh yes, this is the pink ones. I can take all the books, then he can't go on with his business. Exactly, you just want to take all the books. I'm gonna steal them, put them in our library. There we go. I also lost my suspicion over here. No, not suspicious anymore, but this is very good. Dum, 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 dum. Lord John Wick, the third. I also don't believe the myth that Keanu Reeves is a vampire. It's not true. He's not a vampire. I would know. The skin of Marcius gives oracles. So the skin of Marcius gives oracles, and is later smuggled to Phrygia, where the priestesses of Cybele use it for a drum head. At the opera's climax, the pounding of the drum drives would-be violators of the priestess to suicidal madness. The opera ends with a wistful hymn from the youngest priestess on the beauty of mountain pines. So now I have Thunder's Secrets. This is another one that I almost finished as well. The salmon color. It's very cool. I'm gonna read On the Wine as well. Bring peanut butter. On closer investigation, the work seems to be a theory on aesthetics, or perhaps a set of warnings about the dangers of painting. Now we're cooking with gasoline. You really need to deal with that despair magnet. It's the most common cause of death among aspiring cultists. Which is the despair magnet? This one? Alright, I should probably be dreaming. What is the best way to dealing with the despair? Because I keep forgetting how to do it. Is it dreaming about something? Copious amounts of drugs. I should be buying drugs, that's true. I should be sleeping and buying drugs. Unfortunately, I don't really have them. I don't have the money. So here's let's see here. Gildersleeve's Latin grammar, just what you need to refresh your knowledge of Latin. So we can learn Latin now. That's useless to us. Good. Husher writes destructively of his hatred of colors and his yearning for death. He hints at a great work he has envisaged and begun, where the palest of paintings will enthrall the world. He returns again and again to certain compelling phrases which he claims are the secret words of winter. A sixth secret! Certain knowledge, it is said, can be expressed only through the particular quality of silence. It has been suggested that one can only read such knowledge with one's eyes closed, but only by mischievous commentators. Use this right with a corpse and edge aspect, and the corpse will rise. So with this right, we can actually, this is a right as well as one of these, I think. So basically we can make zombies with this one. Painting will sometimes generate contentment, but is mainly used for destroying restlessness. Okay. A Thunder's Secret. There are common sentiments in every thunderclap. Let us acknowledge them. So maybe I should be painting a little bit as well. But come on. I really, really, really need the money. So I think passions. No. We're going to study Latin at this point. I cannot read whatever it says here. I think there's something wrong. Probably Tentacus belong as well. We should definitely be raiding other places, but I just want to keep things secret for a while. I really wish when you had like max strength you would get contentment from unsealed labor. Whew. Lucky. The Tentacus belonging. Dreaming with health is a somewhat passable alternative if you're short on cash. Probably. McClunky! With luck, it'll wake refreshed. Sometimes this will provide contentment. Often it will do nothing. Occasionally it will create dread or fascination. There we go. McClunky! So now we're a scholar in Latin. This is another skill. The language that is diamonds. My Greek skills are too limited to read this. I might be able to find a textbook or hire a tutor. So I think we're gonna have to find another book. Good. Great. I'm gonna send my pawn out to explore for locations later on. Painting to relieve restlessness is a good stalling method. Okay. So next time I get restlessness, I'm gonna get a painting done. I have restlessness, oh no! Blam. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm making piss. You never know, this might make a living. Add passion to make distinctive paintings. Add mystique and especially notoriety to attract attention to make more money. Be careful, if you use notoriety, exhibit paintings will keep you in the public eye. So we're gonna do some painting. We're gonna... Here we go. A moon piece, it should have an impact. Here we go. I'm gonna study... So apparently I can use... Okay, I can use that in study. Good. Very, very good. Collection of essays. Oh, God. I think that's used for like, if the mind is a blade, this is a whetstone. So I have to gain an erudition lesson learned when you may be able to use increased reason. So if you want to boost reason, this is actually a very fast way to do it. I'm going to send my pawn out to go spelunking a little bit. Search the city, crowded thoroughfares by day, fog wrap labyrinth by night. I'll send my minions to searching for opportunities. How long until the cult compounds can storm they start a fire the conspiracy theorists whine about the next 50 years? That's gonna happen for definitely very soon. Those books produce lessons learned now. Yes, it's true. I could spend more money on better paints, or perhaps I could find more exotic pigments. Can I cut myself and use my blood for paints, for pigments? No, I'm not gonna use money. Colors of the night. I'm not going to use any. Oriflamme's auction house. Oriflamme specializes in curious perfumes, taxidermy specimens, and rare texts. It operates from cramped new premises now since the destruction of the old by an unexplained fire. You can, speaking of fires, unexplained fires, very cool. You can only see this once. So there's another location. We're going to put it here. And pawn. I'm going to send the pawn out again to go looking for things. I can double click on them, oh my god! Condemned! Fleeting reminiscence. Sometimes I have dreamt of a tall woman in a sand-colored coat who stands at the foot of my bed smiling as she watches me sleep. In that dream, she turns her head with the swiftness of a bird and her fingers flex like talons. I do not think I dreamt of her last night. If I had, I could not have slept so soundly. Very cool. Scary. Lesson learned! The world goes away. I found someone whom I might pay to enact regrettable necessities. I can hire someone to kill someone. I'm not gonna do that though. I got 3 money. My recent work is considered significant. I might yet earn a living from this, but nothing is certain. I got 3 money. Very cool. I got some mystique as well. 4 of them. Very nice. Got my skill back here. And I have 3 passions exhausted. Bitcoin assassin, let's go! Nice! Uncanniness lingers. Mystiques may attract the attention of hunters. They can't use it to build a case against you, but it will encourage them to look harder. That is not good. An annoying mechanic that I would really like to know right away. You can get all the books from the bookshop through Oriflammes, but not the other way around. And while all books in the shop cost 1 coin, they might end up costing more through auctions. That is a really annoying mechanic, I agree with you. I think I used the auction house to get books faster. I don't remember. But I'm going to keep using the bookstore later on. I'm going to have to earn a little bit more money. I think the problem with painting is that painting is very unreliable. Sometimes it doesn't give you any kind of reimbursement at all. I could use the Mystique to do another painting, but that would be very... I think it kind of drives you crazy after a while. I don't remember, but I seem to recall that being the case. But not have a hireling. I'm gonna send them out again. I'm a good citizen who supports. I support local businesses. I don't go to eBay and bid on books. I would never. I only went to eBay to buy 4 of every card of, I think, the one of the expansions of the World of Warcraft trading card game. I bought a lot of cards on eBay for some dumb reason. Rayless here. No, I don't want to have a hireling. Come on. I don't get them faster. You might end up getting them slower. It takes 30 seconds to get a book from Moorlands. Oh, so Moorlands is actually better. Most of the time, I think. Ooh, this is not good. Come on. Blah, blah, blah. No real place I might have found somewhere and used. This is good. Finding another place is really good. We have found the Exclusive Club and Cabaret within a cult reputation. This is really cool. I think you can get rid of some stuff here. I'm probably gonna go out and find another place. Good, let's find another one. Yeah, street strange by moonlight. Live and learn. Ah, oh, tired. Alright, sorry, had to do some mouth stretching. You don't get them faster. Time to smoke some opium. Also, the club might give you contentment, but it might also give you a bunch of other stuff which you might not want to. Yeah, the club is kind of a double-edged sword, I think. Sometimes the light of the moon is key to other spaces. I found a place where for a night or two the street curved in an unfamiliar way. If I walk around, I might find inside I might be touched by madness. I keep forgetting how to get into the dream realm. I think it has something to do with the Arden Horizon, but I'm not sure. I think dreaming about your... No, not what you're called. Okay, never mind. There's a way to get into the dream. Maybe I had to dream about the Watchman's Secret. I don't recall. Can you touch your toes with your straight legs? No. Very... Not very flexible, unfortunately. Tried many times. I was on a skateboard once and I accidentally did splits and that hurt a lot. Streets are strange and they are the Menace Gate. Menace Gate, I don't know what the Menace Gate is. Some more vitality, very cool. Not that we're using that for anything at all. Burp. More money! Boink. This is really, like, it's very, very warm for me to be playing this game. Cool, we got a subtle fracture. Visions past me with paving grays. A window over the woods, a garden of ice, a shivering sun, a woman of glass. I will return home with a reluctance. Clouds part, Walls Creek, Old One's Ache. Sixth order influence, significant resonance or correspondence. This can be used in some ranks or summon minions. I don't think I can combine it here, though. Nope. Ta-da! Sometimes I might need to return to a more basic understanding of a particular piece of lore. This will split the lore. No! I don't want to split the lore. It's not happening. I don't really think I can do anything with the cell fracturing, unfortunately. But it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It's so hot in this room. You don't understand. I'm sweating so much. Another overlook place is really good. And there we go. Come on! It's really, really hot. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this at all. Maybe I should do another painting, because then I should be buying more books. Hold on. Glimmering. So this is kind of, you can really throw yourself into deep water at this point, but I kind of want to make sure that we're not getting in over our heads. But I don't remember how to get to the dream realm. There's like a, you can, I think if you go to the Watchman's Secret. Boink. So I'll dedicate myself to the pursuit of knowledge. I don't think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't remember. Actually, yes. Because that apparently doesn't change anything. Have a butterfly over here. There we go. Boink. How good the influences are described, and intensity 2 is just some sort of quirk you get that is only obvious for what it is to those who in the know. At 6, they have natural but initially occurring effects upon the world, impossible to miss. At 10, they have explicitly unnatural effects upon the world, and at 15, they have no effect upon the world at all, only on you, but what an effect it is. Even these, they're very, yeah, I think there's really, you barely scraped on the surface of the lore of this game at this point. Okay, so we got another book. This one is Kindling Ripe in the Moldy Warp's Grave and Other Stories, a lusciously illustrated tome of loosely connected children's stories collected by one N.K. Field. Few of them are remotely suitable for children. I'm going to read this one, and then we're going to go back to the just talking room. We're going to end up the stream. The end goal of this game is basically to transcend, to become a god, kind of. That's one of the end goals. There's just a lot of different goals in this game. Basically, you have to have a successful cult. That's the goal. Yay! Where Detective is back again. It depends on your ambition. The basic ones to rise even higher and become immortal. Yeah, immortality is basically one of the easier goals. Or the more fundamental goals. I have spoken the words. Each hour has its colors, but colors exist only when there is light. I will go where there is light, though it bleached me to glass. I have advanced a step towards the terrible ascension. So my dedication is enlightenment now. I have dedicated myself to the pursuit of higher understanding. I must see beneath the skin, whatever the cost. This makes an enlightenment victory possible. I must be a true initiator of the masses. I'll need to work with lantern and specs to allow the watchmen to see me. So the masses. Yes, the masses is what I was talking about before. Had to become long. Had to become long. Yes. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go to here. There we go. Alright, so I'm not gonna turn off the music because the music is really good. Hi Isaac, thank you so much. You full of beer and burger. You enjoy that beer and burger. You deserve it. You really deserve a beer and burger at this moment. God, I wish I had a beer and a burger right now. Actually, I do have a beer in the fridge and I do have a burger in the freezer. So I could absolutely have some beer and burger now if I wanted to. I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna spiritually join you in having a beer and burger at the moment. Burgers are so good. I have these they're not called, not the Japanese, but the Scottish really fine beef. I don't remember what they're called. Angus burgers. I think they're Scottish because they have an Angus in the name, and Angus is a Scottish name. So I think this is about the time where we start wrapping up the stream. This was a lot of fun. I really recommend, if you want to get the game on Steam, absolutely get it and play it yourself. I'm gonna see if I can find my documentations from on this account, because I'm on another account on my PC, unfortunately. But if you really want to get spiritual matters, I can strongly suggest Dion Fortuna's or Fortune's The Mystical Kabbalah, because that talks about the Kabbalah from a very pedagogical perspective, and the Kabbalah is really like one of the fundamental paths if you want to start doing supernatural, or not supernatural, but occult learnings. The Kabbalah is a very good framework to work with. You don't have to be Jewish, you don't have to be Christian, but it uses symbolism that is very fundamental to like Jewish occultism, I guess. Yes, the Mystical Kabbalah. It's a very easy to find book. It's one of the most basic ones, and it talks a little bit about tarot cards. It talks about the different spheres of reality. Like, basically what they're saying is that the Kabbalah is the tree of life, which you might have seen in the beginning of the Genesis Evangelion. The tree of life is composed of 10 Sephiroth, or maybe 11, depending on how you think about them. They're called Kether, Chokmah, Binah, Dath, which is not necessarily one of the Sephiroth, is a hidden one. It stands for knowledge. Then you have Kether, Chokmah, Binah, Dath, Chesed, Gevurah, Tifareth, Netzach, Yod, Hesod, and Malkuth, which is a kingdom. So we kind of live in the bottom kingdom. That's where we physically exist. It's kind of like a roadmap to creation, and you can kind of look at them like fountains. So water poured into the top one, Kether, which is a crown, and from the crown then poured into the other ones below it, and they poured in the ones below it. So it's also representing the human body as well. And beyond Kether, you have the unknown. You have Ein Sof Auer, which is the eternal unknowable light. So the eternal unknowable light is something we can't even picture, which is supposed to be God or the creation power. That's sort of just kind of beyond our comprehension. We can kind of imagine us understanding Kether, which is the crown, which is like the first manifestation of the creation God in our reality, kind of. It's kind of hard to wrap your brain around, but the Mystical Kabbalah is definitely a good book to start with, because it's very good at explaining these things, I think. And if you want to go more of an old school way, you can read Gnosticism. There's Gnosis, an esoteric tradition of mystical visions and unions by Dan Merker. There's Gnosis by Kurt Rudolph, which is the nature of and history of Gnosticism. But they're more like a focus on the history of the Gnosticism rather than the current learning of them. And then I guess you can also get the Book of the Dead, which is the Egyptian book of burial rites and ceremonies. But that one's kind of hard to really get anything out of unless you have like a framework already to read from. And there's of course the Meditations on the Tarot, which is written by an anonymous person. No one knows who wrote them, but it's like a deeper reflection on what all the tarot cards stand for. It's an interesting book. It has like 660 pages. It's focused on Christian Hermeticism, so it has a Christian kind of framework to it. You don't have to be religious to study Christian or Hebrew mysticism. It's just, if you're not familiar with the symbols they're using, they're kind of hard to understand. But Meditations on the Tarot is a really good book. if you want to go back to another basics for Hermeticism, you have Henry Cornelius Agrippa's The 3 Books of Occult Philosophy or Magic. But that one is super, super hard to read because it was written in, I think, the 13 or 1400s. And it's very, kind of, very fundamental in like establishing a worldview. If you're interested in like learning about demons or spirits, you have the Lesser and Greater Keys of Solomon as well. And you have... there's a bunch of different books. I don't really have them all in my mind right now. But I would also really recommend looking into Jungian psychology, talking about archetypes, because Jung was really into like the dualism and he was really into the Kabbalah as well. He was really into that stuff. The Malleus Maleficarium is really good as well for demons. It's like a witch hunter's book for demon summoners, basically. God, I'm talking so much. It would be fun to talk about that stuff with you over a beer. I would love to do that. I might actually have a stream at some point just talking about these books, but I'm such a layman because I don't really read a lot of this stuff. I have a lot of books, but I don't have the time to read them, which is really annoying. Also, I can't believe I'm dancing on there. Looks so good. Boink! I have to show this off because this is my favorite part of the model. Even if you're not into religious stuff like that much, it's a great study of monsters. I absolutely agree with you. There are low and big demonology things. There's a lot, but in Cultist, a lot is about creating words and symbols of power and infusing it with reality. I think a lot of it is basically finding something that works with you. A lot of it is about finding a kind of way of looking at the world that vibes with you. So if you find that in the Tree of Life, that's really good. If you find that in tarot cards, if you find that in Druidism or Wicca or whatever you want to pursue, then if it works for you, it works for you. I really like Hermeticism because it's very orderly. It's very focused on structure and like everything has a very systemic way of doing things, which is very good for my brain. But there's a lot of different ways of approaching things. Chaos Magic is really weird. I don't like Chaos Magic at all. It screws with you. Don't wipe too hard, you might end up learning the Archons. I'm gonna be careful. I think we should try to find someone to raid at this point. So I'm gonna go to Twitch. This music is so good, I love it. Alright, you have a lot of people streaming at this moment. People playing Cult of the Lamb, really? Babies. Let's see here. What do you guys feel like watching at this point? Do you want to watch Cult of the Lamb, or do you want to watch something else? There is Monster Hunter Rise. People playing that one. Barry's she's chatting. It's been a long time since I read Barry. So my books. Ladybug Barry. Also, in terms of raid message, we're probably gonna have like what are we gonna have for raid message? Is gonna be I have no idea what we're gonna have as a raid message. The better Cultist Simulator raid. something Fortnite. The better Cultist Simulator raid. No, thank you so much. I'm very bored about the Call of the Lamb game. It does not interest me and I don't get the hype. And the better cult raid, because this is the cult, we're playing the Cultist Simulator. Instead of but Barry's not playing, she's not playing that one. Actually, alright, we're gonna change it. We're gonna be, Gaslight you, cult followers. Alright, I'm gonna send everyone off now. Thank you so much for coming. It's been a very vibing stream. I had a lot of fun. Thank you everyone for coming. I hope you're gonna have a good evening. Bye everyone. Bye.